All right. Welcome, spacers, to the velocity of ping. Now that you can hear us. Excellent.
Please.
Big thanks to Jay Tholomew, resident Mod King. We love him. Thank you. Thank you, Jay Tholomew. Last time on the velocity of ping, our spacers made a jump through a dangerous maw, not by any choice of their own, but due to an enforced exile. They've come into an unknown dimension of space where they're left floating aboard a ship with a broken center core. They met one another as they came out of cryostasis, and we were introduced to Jane, the Rothian accountant, Larikas, the gifted gith with a redacted past, Nareth, the shy but capable engineer who somehow managed to keep everything together and stop things from exploding, and Suavi, the charming half-elf who always has something clever to add.
So elf, I don't know why people keep looking.
My apologies.
I actually really want that to be an ongoing story point for Suave, where it's just like this consistent insult.
As our players met one another and assessed their situation, they came to realize that their time aboard Ping would be cut short if they didn't do something about the condition of the core. As it happened, they received a message, a cry for help from the void, and they have decided to give their assistance. Now they sit in the transportation chamber of Ping, waiting for disinfection and teleportation. Are you ready, spacers?
Yeah.
Don't feel like I have much choice in the matter.
And so off you go. Have you ever been teleported before? That you recall?
These are good
Probably
questions.
not. No, I wouldn't think so.
Yes, we use those instead of elevators at the office when I used to punch numbers.
Jane, you likely would. It's not the oddest feeling, being pulled apart atom by atom, but it's also not incredibly comfortable. You feel very nauseous after being put back together the first time. And sometimes memories get stuck in the wrong part of your head. But it unscrambles quickly enough as you come to in what looks to be a box containing just yourself and a low glowing light. And there you go. You should be able to move.
Okay.
Oh dear. Whoa!
DM. I have a flashlight in my inventory. Is that basically just a regular torch, or does that work in a cone?
You can actually, I'll allow you to use it either way. You can use it as a direct beam of light, or you can use it as a cone situation.
I'll do it as a wait, beam is in single line or beam is in radius around me?
Either one.
I'd like to go for a radius around me. How do I add is that I can do light. There we go.
Yep. I can add it to your token, or you can.
I will figure out. Here we go. Is it just a torch? So it's 20 foot of dim light, 20 foot of bright light, or
It's,
I believe that's what.
Yes, 20 dim and 20 bright, I believe, is the standard.
So are we in a box?
You can, the walls are metal, the ceiling is metal, and it appears like there's a sliding door in front of you.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, I've created the light so bright I cannot see myself.
My
Ow,
eyes!
my
So
eyes!
she's just blind. And then she turns on her light and still blind.
Are you attacking us now? I thought you were okay.
Loricus is gonna, like, feel around in a little bit of a panic. Like, she's never been teleported, I don't think. So, They are very confused, and they find the door, and they slam it open, and step out into the hallway like, oh god, that was unpleasant. I don't want to do that again.
Oh, I felt worse teleporting. This one time, my wallet ended up on someone else's desk when I got to the office. It was a nightmare.
Jane, I am so glad that you are loud. I can figure out where we are by your voice.
And
I don't know
else
where. I don't know
can
where.
figure out where we are as well. Can we all just shut up until we can figure out whether or not we're alone?
DM, just a question. Are we allowed to have it be like it was on the ship last session, where once we've seen something, it puts an imprint of that location in grey, so we can actually remember the layout of the place?
Oh, fog of war type stuff.
Yeah. Just because obviously I recognise we wouldn't see the entire time, but it's just that it's really, really hard to remember the shape of the room after only seeing it for like 2 seconds using light angles.
Well, we will remember the shape of the room.
Okay, I guess that's how it's going.
I'm sorry, but no, sir. You see what you see. And you better
Okay,
stay
that's
together. If you lose each other, you lose each other.
What is
Okay.
this? I can't get any closer. Loricus is like trying to get to this thing. What is this?
Roll Arcana for me, please.
And why can't I get any closer?
I think that's the wall.
It's a wall. Yeah, that's a wall.
Ah! Trying very desperately to get towards this very cool thing and being blocked. 16.
You recognize
right
that.
by the
You've probably
teleportation
seen it
pods.
on several other similar type ships. It's a standard flying ruin, accompanied on the other side of the walls. Similar protection spells, things that disarm if anybody has threatening auras. It's the sort of thing you see on dedicated places of protection, any sort of ship that involves diplomacy or important people gathering. It essentially disarms automatic combat.
Ooh, yeah, I am going to tell everybody else about the nature of this rune. Also, so very, very sorry, because I can't move.
Oh,
well?
did it get you
I don't know.
stuck?
I clicked something, I got kicked off of it, I came back, and now I'm stuck on a different page, maybe?
Oh, okay. I'll pull you to the sea. No worries.
Oh, we're so bad at technology, you guys.
I'm so sorry.
It is
I'm doing
A-okay.
fine.
Got it, cool, I'm back. Yeah, I will let
In the
everybody know.
meanwhile-
It's possible this is a ship of important individuals. Which is even better, because if we are indeed trapped somewhere on the edges of space, where we're not supposed to be because of a malfunction, this increases the chances someone might try to do something about that.
Speaking of which, DM,
What's there important people with weapons?
might I check for traps and or recent signs of life?
You may. Give me a perception check.
$16.
You see that some of the teleporters are more used than others, the center too. That's pretty common in any popular ship. It has favored transmats. There's only 6 though, so you estimate that there aren't large groups of people coming and going at once. You don't see any obvious traps or signs of danger, just the glowing ruins that Suave probably hasn't seen much of, but from what you've just heard from Loricus, you understand that they're not harmful. But they don't seem to be affecting you at all.
There looks to be a corridor down this way. Does anyone? There looks to be a door as well. Do we want to move as a group towards it, or are we going to just?
Yeah, we
stay
should.
in the room?
We should probably stick together.
I would like to point out, we have arrived on the ship unannounced, and might be mistaken as intruders. Perhaps we should attempt to announce ourselves.
We can see if the computer has a system for it. Maybe it's like our ship.
Smart idea. Computer?
Ship, hello!
Shut up. Right. DM.
AI?
Yes, Suave.
DM, due to my background, would I be able to have any pre-existing knowledge on how security systems work?
You should. Yes. Roll me a data check with advantage.
Okay.
It makes me happy that Suave's over here like, I know what the fuck we're supposed to do. Will you guys just do what I tell you to do? And everybody's like,
Oh!
we're gonna be loud and dumb.
Suave, you know for a fact that if this ship's systems were fully operational, you would have been greeted the moment you got teleported onto those pads.
Okay. I will then tell the rest of the group this then. And guys, I think if the security were really that tight in this ship, we would already have red lasers pointing at our heads. I think we're alright as long as we keep quiet.
It's very
Yeah,
clear
well.
to you, Suave, from that roll that most of the ship's essential functions are running at bare minimums. A place like this, if you were going to case it, this would be an extremely difficult job that you would send only the best for. The state of the carpet alone looks expensive, and the walls, while they aren't adorned with anything, you recognize the sheen of that metal and know that it's bulletproof and technomagic proof.
Right, yeah. Okay, I will relay this to the group then. Yeah, this place looks expensive. Considering you might be right about the whole high profile thing, Laura, because otherwise we would already have lasers boring into our heads and potentially some sort of, gates closing or droids being sent at us. I think as long as we're quiet, we'll be fine. And it looks like this ship isn't quite fully operational.
But if we are quiet, we would be mistaken as criminals.
We won't be mistaken as anything. I'm more saying we're quiet, just in case there's anything else on this ship with us. The ship itself is not the problem, it's whatever else is in the ship.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
You said it's not fully operational. Why isn't it fully operational?
I don't have a full complaint.
That's scary.
I just know that the security system ought to have been activated as soon as we got here. And it's not.
I mean, our ship wasn't fully operational. It is likely similar with this ship if they came through with us in the maw and suffered the same problem.
Not that I don't like having this conversation in the entryway. I just feel like maybe it'd be better if we went to a different room. Just because, I don't know, I feel kind of exposed out here.
Right. Well, we can move forward freely. I don't think there's going to be any traps then if the security system's out.
There's two doors. There looks to be, I think, some sort of service elevator, I think. Is that an elevator, DM?
You see what looks to be a similar pod to the one you emerged out of, and your guess of an elevator is right on the money. Yeah. Looks like an elevator.
Alright, we have an elevator, but there's also a door back here. Which should we go for first?
This is all new to me. I'll follow you guys.
Does anybody know? I was able to identify this was an Ameboid ship. Does anybody know much about the layouts of Ameboid ships?
I might. DM, would I know anything?
You might, actually. Would that be data? Hold on. It's not data. What's the other one that you have?
Technology?
Technology, yes,
or history,
please.
or
Roll me technology.
Okay. I'm going to roll it as if it were investigation, for obvious reasons.
Yep.
No, I'm using my physical dice. What am I doing? I'm a crazy person. I love my physical dice.
Yep, use your physical dice.
So that is an intelligence check. I have proficiency. That is, I rolled an 11 plus 5, 16.
Oh, also, your emotionator. And type it in the chat.
Yep, typing it in the chat now. And did my emotionator shut down?
No, it's just minimized.
Oh, is it? Forgive me. I will I'll reload that. Here we go. Better?
Yes, thank you. So, Nareth, you understand that Ameboid ships stereotypically have a saucer-like shape, and usually they function with multiple levels bearing on a center elevator system. They also have a lot of interworking pipes, since Ameboid ships are usually designed for and by Ameboids. There's a lot of room to move for non-solid creatures. It can be a little hazardous for the more solid kind, so you would be best advised to move carefully.
Okay. Also, I would examine the doors if the power appears to be out. So the question I would have, in chaining directly off of that, is there a method of manually opening the doors, or are we gonna just have to pry them open with brute strength?
Do you want to try and manually open them?
I think I will. I just want to. I think Nareth would first sort of relay that information about Ameboid ships to the group, and then would say, "Do we want to be opening the big door or going straight for the elevator?" I would say it makes sense to clear each room floor by floor.
If you say so.
Is there like a door pad or anything? Like a switch or panel or anything?
It just seems to be two halves sliding together with a crease in the middle. It looks, if you hadn't gone around from the front, it just looks like wall rather than door. It's clearly intended just to be for service people, not for guests.
It's normally open.
Look,
I'll try opening the door then, I suppose.
All right, Nareth, you put one hand on one side of the panel and one hand on the other, and do you give it a push?
Yep.
Door opens up. Takes a little pressure. But
Door.
Does anyone else have any torches or anything? I feel like that might be useful.
I have
Didn't think
non-electrical methods of lighting. Even though I can see in the dark, you never know when it might come in handy. I have a lantern.
A lantern would probably do the trick.
You see a flurry of machines buzzing about in different states of seeming disrepair. Lots of red lights blinking.
Oh, fuck. Nareth, this seems more like your area of expertise, isn't it?
Well,
Are there
I
any
suppose that could be it.
data panels?
Oh, many. Which one would you like to look at?
The first one. This one.
The one you're in front
What can I
of?
pull up? Yeah.
Right.
Suave, you said you don't have any methods of light, correct?
Well, I do. It's just that it requires fire rather than
Maybe
electricity.
no
How
fire
are
in
you?
space. Here,
Loricus, give me a
I
tech.
hate to be that guy, but I have dark vision.
If you need
Yeah,
fire,
I can see in the dark just fine.
I can give you fire if you need it.
Loricus, give me a technology check.
Technology is int based.
Yes.
Alright. I will use this. Ooh, 11.
So you're able to discern that this is a passenger list. It's a matrix that includes current and previous passengers aboard this vessel, but you are not able to actually access the information. You can't get into it and open it, but you know what it is now.
Does Suave want fire?
I don't need it. I can see in the dark. If anyone else needs a method of light, then I have a lantern. That's all.
No.
And I do have a lighter as well.
I have my torch. I also could probably jury rig a small light source if need be. I have some spare parts on me that could probably do that.
Suave, from that roll, you understand that in this larger room with a ship like this, there's probably a way to turn the lights on down here.
Tell you what though, we're all talking about seeing in the dark and carrying torches. There's probably a control panel down here that controls the mains lights in the ship. If it even has the power to do so, though, that's one thing. This ship doesn't seem the most stable or functional. But if there is lights working on the ship, then it's down here that we can probably turn them on.
Tell you what, I'll look around for some method of turning on the lights, but first, if this is the maintenance area, I want to see if I can find the engine core. I want to see if they've suffered a similar issue to our ship. So DM, I'd like to just spend some time looking around. See
Sure.
if I
What
can
is
find...
this?
Give me investigation.
Investigation, I get a D4 to that. And who's asking me about something?
Loricus
Okay.
has found a spot and she's like, Noreth, you know stuff. What is this?
I can't see you. I can only see around me, and no one's around. Are you to the right of me?
Over here.
Yeah, follow me, Narath.
Oh, okay.
It's over
Oh.
by me.
Uh.
Wait, do I still need to be quiet?
Probably not, but try not to shout. If there's any other living beings on this ship, I'd rather not give away our location, you know.
Ouch, that was a terrible investigation roll for the general search around, but as Nareth is searching, she makes her way over. The roll I got was... 11.
Yeah, it's probably down here on this floor somewhere. You'll find it eventually
Okay.
if you keep looking.
That's fine. Nareth then walks over and examines what Lorecus is examining.
I know, Wrath. What is it? What does it look like? And what are we looking for? What could help? I don't know what I'm doing.
Give me a
There's no
technology
math
roll.
here.
Anyone who wants to try and figure out what this machine does. If you want to
I
try and
will
figure out what a
roll.
machine does, it's a tech roll.
Tech roll,
I make a tech
intelligence,
roll.
right?
Tech roll, I got a 15.
That's intelligence, right?
Yes.
Why do I know what this thing is? That was
Oh,
stupid.
14.
I shouldn't have rolled.
Nareth, you understand that that is a visual showing the external viewports on a higher level, which can be opened and closed for the guest's viewing pleasure as the ship orbits neighboring nebulas and stars.
Okay.
Oh, like a cruise ship style thing.
Mm-hmm.
What is it showing right now? Just blackness?
Yes, indeed.
Fuck.
Oh, and Ping, you see yourself on the periphery not too far away.
Look, I can see my ship from here.
Oh. You sound like this one Rothian who tried to run for president. It didn't work out well, but they always used to talk about how they could see the ship from their house. A different ship. It was weird.
You sound like you have quite strange presidents where you come from.
Well, you know.
Not that the ones in my home planet were any better. God, fuck.
I think I mean we're all drones. I guess I should really love or respect them, but it did not work out doing that. Clearly, I'm here now, so.
Hey, good on you. Political autonomy. Whatever you believe in, it's fine.
Why are there no people here?
Know me?
As you say
Possible
that,
that-
Loricus, give me a perception check.
I would if I didn't have so many technical problems.
Oh,
But
I'm so sorry. I can roll it for you if you need me to.
yes, please. I have lost the page again. I don't know why this is a problem for me.
That's okay. Oh, gosh, what did I even ask you for? Perception. There you go.
Perception.
16. You, as you say that, see a disturbingly gooey figure out of the corner of your vision, eroding into some metal piping in the corner, and suspect that that may have one time not necessarily been a quote-unquote person, as the Ameboids don't tend to identify much with that term, but a being nonetheless, unfortunately far, far gone.
I begin to like greet it to go, oh hello,
Laura, you alright up there?
oh.
That doesn't
Oh.
sound good.
I'm coming over. What'd you see, love?
I don't like what I see.
Well, I ain't gonna know how to deal with it unless you tell me what you see.
Over there.
As you step
Point
closer,
out
Suave, you
body.
see it too. It's very clearly the body of a dead Ameboid splattered onto the pipes.
Can I examine it for for any known causes of death.
Yeah, sure. Give me investigation.
No holds barred. I'm gonna go as close to it as I possibly can.
There is no grating where the Ameboid is. It's clearly off into the pipes, so watch your footing as you might be prone to slipping.
I got 13 for my investigation check.
You look at the Ameboid and, for all intents and purposes, it seems to have melted.
Fuck, right. My first guess is that it's been pushed or fallen onto these pipes and just melted.
The pipes
Looks
hot?
like.
I'll put my hand out. Are they like, I'm not gonna touch it, but can I feel heat coming off the pipes?
Well, I'd imagine this was how. Can I check to see how recently deceased this thing looks?
Sure. Let's see. What would that be?
Medicine?
Okay, yeah, give me medicine. It could have happened today, it could have happened 10 minutes ago, could have been 100 years ago. Got no idea.
Well, I have no fucking clue when this thing died. Ameboids are notoriously hard to figure out. So, if
What
anyone
you do?
else wants to try and see how long this thing's been dead for,
Something's dead.
What you do see is a little bit of Ameboid goo
Fucking
on
hope so.
the screen and the keys of the machine you're standing in front of.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I have absolutely no fucking clue what's happening here. Someone else get their nosing about.
What's the machine? Can we tell?
Roll a technology check.
Not Wrath.
I can help. Shall I roll with advantage from someone else examining it, or are you rolling with advantage?
You may roll
No,
with
you do
advantage
it.
if you're trying to figure it, if you're all helping.
Loricus has realized that Nareth knows machine stuff and is like, hey, you figure this out. You know what this
I
is?
will.
Tell me what this is.
I will figure it out.
Jane
Um,
looked at it, obviously.
I rolled a 19.
Jane, it's a
14 plus
machine
mod.
that does a thing. That you know
There are
for
no
sure.
numbers I don't understand.
No, there are no numbers because it's all written in a runic language that's mostly just slashes and circles. But Nareth, you understand it, and this is the main elevator control panel. If you could hack into it, since you don't have the appropriate credentials to log in, you might be able to turn the elevators back on, as they are not right now.
Okay, then Nareth is going to see if anyone is willing to assist and attempt to hack in.
That will be a data check.
Ooh. Can I help in any form?
I am
A
okay
data
at
check.
data stuff,
Hacking.
but the language is not.
I'll
No.
give it a go. Am I rolling with advantage, DM? Are they able to help me?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yay.
Do I just roll intelligence with an advantage, or what do I do?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll intelligence with advantage as well, and I'll take the higher of the two.
Oh,
I
13.
somehow understand.
Oh, astounding.
the rules are still being funky in the stream, apparently, DM.
Yeah, I
Tech
see.
issues.
You know, I used the calculator in my not crime. I don't think it's a crime. So maybe I can help better if I think of it as a giant calculator.
Well, as it happens, Jane, you might not be able to understand what the machine itself is, but you do understand data matrices. And when you have your data pad at hand, you're excellent with it, and you're able to interface and hack into the elevator matrix and reinstate the passcodes to unlock it and turn it on. So you now have
Wow.
access to the elevators.
Okay. Nareth is sort of going to do like a very polite clap as that happens. But then she sort of turns her very large bulbous eyes to scanning the rest of the area. DM, does this ship look like anything that might have automated machines? serving robots, automated repair robot, any robot of any kind that might be able to be something we might be able to utilize.
Are you trying to look for one around you, or are you trying to speculate whether the ship itself would have such technology?
I think speculate first, just to see
Speculate
if
first?
it's something that's reasonable.
Technology check, please. Check.
Alright. Rolling, I rolled a natural 19, so 24.
You assume that a ship of this caliber, especially after hearing, I believe it was Suavi or Loraikas mention the potential of a cruise ship, they probably have some automatic droids somewhere in the areas for guest utilization.
Okay. Nareth sort of says, right then, we might be able to scavenge if it, depending on how the ship is. If there's no one around on the ship, I would suggest that we take what we need to repair our ship.
Oh, actually, just a thought. 1 second. DM,
Yes.
would there be any sort of surveillance camera system within the ship?
Genius.
Ooh. Roll a technology check for me. Actually,
Please let me
you know
pass.
what, Suavi? I'm gonna be nice
Hmm?
because you got a 35 earlier looking at this ship.
No, I didn't get a 30. That was with advantage. I rolled 2d20s, but I did get a 20.
I
A dirty
know.
20.
But you got really good info about this ship, and I think this would be kind of Suavi's ideal target. This is a
Ooh.
place he would like to be, ideally. This also isn't the type of place that would record their guests.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Those are the types
So
of
there-
deals that go down here, not fit to be
Right.
recorded.
So we do have security, but not surveillance, which suggests that either sensitive things happen on the ship of an informational manner, or sensitive things happen on the ship in an interpersonal manner. Either way, this is very much a very special ship indeed.
You mean things happen on ships that aren't math and violence?
Oh, the things I said. I have stories, Jane. I need to talk to you more after we've gathered all the parts we need and returned to Ping.
Yes, I would like to be enlightened. Most of what I know is just, I won't tell you those stories. They're gross.
All right then. Actually, I don't think I've ever spoken much to Rhodians about that sort of thing, so I'd be that'll be an intriguing conversation. I wonder if there's a. Oh no, believe me, no. But I wonder if there's a bar cart on this ship somewhere.
Nareth, please roll a perception check for me.
Perception. I love a perception check. I'm so very good at those. I lie horribly. Yeah, I have a +1, so I'm rolling. I rolled a natural 19 again. Good lord, I'm really flip-flopping on my rolls today. So I rolled a total of a 20.
Well, with that 20, there's another body behind you on the pipes.
Oh dear. And so it looks like, and it said that it looks like they were melted, right? Okay.
This one too looks melted. It has some internal organs still floating about in there. Some bones.
So wait, is it the cube that's over here? That is what the body is. Oh god, I thought those were like holographic displays. That was
No.
misunderstanding.
And there's also something else you happen to see behind the cube, hiding in the shadow of the pipes. Two beady little
Is it the-
eyes looking at you.
Can I see if it's an Ameboid or something else?
Give me an investigation check.
I rolled a d4 for that. Oh god damn, that d4 has failed me. However, the rest of my numbers do not. So I rolled a 7, but I also rolled a 4 on the d4, which makes that an 11 plus 5, 16.
You hear a little...
What is that?
Would that sound like the Ameboid language then?
It does not. It sounds like something chewing, maybe?
Nareth is going to reach into her bag and pull out her phaser because she is very concerned.
Okay. All right. You still hear the chewing.
She then sort of begins walking back to the group and begins very hushedly saying, I really don't think that this is a good thing. There's something over there. There's something over there, and I'm very frightened.
Right. Is what alive?
It's something chewing. There's a dead Ameboid and there's something chewing.
Right, I'm going over. Can I see it?
You can give me a perception check.
Sure thing.
DM, it looks like it's gone.
Oh. Well, Suave, you see that body, but you don't see anything else.
Oh, fuck.
Right.
Another one of these poor bastards. Where'd you see it?
It was
Where'd you see it?
It was right behind it. It was quite ping on this.
You just see the backs of more machines going into more pipes, and a poor, unfortunate Ameboid melted among them.
Oh.
I'm gonna try a
Margaret,
small.
are you letting your nerves get to you?
Do
I'm
dead
nervous.
bodies bother you?
I'm not. No, I've seen dead things typically behind glass tubes. But no, it's. I'm a logical person. I don't make things up. I gain no benefit from that. Right. Maybe we should travel in pairs just to be on the safe side. DM, what is this table next to me? Has this already been covered?
It has. Someone has looked at it, but you haven't.
Right. So what does Nareth see of this table?
A lot of jewel-like buttons and gems, a lever. If you want to try and discern what any machine is, you can give me a tech check.
Tech check. Oh, damn.
Tech
Okay, I got a
check.
9.
So, from where Jane is right now, should I roll a perception? Because she's just looking around. I don't know if she notices anything.
Yep, give me a perception if you just want to look around. Jane, there's another body in the corner.
Oh, hey, is that your dead thing?
How many fucking dead Ameboids are we gonna? Right.
This is a big ship. There's probably a lot of dead things because there was a lot of live things on here once, and now they're not. So they're probably all dead. So at least they won't attack us if they're dead, right?
Also, Jane, you hear skittering.
What's this? It sounds like something with bacteria. What is that?
Right.
Oh god.
I'm gonna pull out both my pistols and just kind of look around and go, if anyone tries anything fucky with us, you're getting a bullet right between the eyes.
I need to wash my hands really bad.
Nareth, are you trying?
The 9. Sorry, I keep forgetting to write it down.
Oh,
So
that's
rolled
okay.
A total of a 9.
You don't know what that is. It looks just really confusing.
Okay, Nareth is then gonna and just gonna keep looking for the lights or any machine of potential use. What's keeping her distance away from the rock in a little bit? What's this machine just south of me? What is that?
That looks like a conveyor belt with flora and fauna and rocks and
Like a science bay.
various natural phenomena, but it appears to have stopped.
Okay, and this over here is some sort of form of processing device, or what
Tech
is
check,
that?
please. That's a machine.
That's a machine. I rolled a nat 1, so that's a total of 6.
You have no idea, but you press a couple of buttons and it buzzes to life. You've done something.
And I wouldn't gain any benefit from my past with Ameboids and the like, would I?
Nope, this one isn't specifically Ameboid related. It's just a machine that you beeped and bopped, and you're not quite sure what it did, but it's making different colors now, and now the conveyor belt's moving.
Jane comes over and looks over Nara's shoulder and goes, can I help? You doing okay? Just checking.
I'm not sure what this machine does. I'm a little lost. This isn't really, I don't think, my specialty, or if it is, it's a little out of my reach.
Loricus and Suave, you have hidden over in the
Yeah.
corner now and captured a little friend, have you not?
Noticed a little thingy sitting here. Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Give
What-
me a
what is-
nature
yeah.
check, both of you.
Ooh,
That doesn't seem very natural, but okay.
nature. Oh, look at you go.
Oh,
19.
Sloridian, you've seen these. They're everywhere
Ooh.
on your planet. These are thwirls. They eat technology, and they're a pretty big hazard on spaceships. This one is eating through the wiring that this Ameboid has unfortunately melted on.
Oh,
Right, shoot it.
You shoot it, roll to attack.
oh,
So much for being quiet?
14.
That hits it.
Choo.
The poor little swirl explodes
Whoa.
into a blaze of fluff and falls limply into the pipes as it dies.
Fucking
what?
swirls.
What was that?
Don't worry, there's pests on the ship. They eat through wires. If you see one, kill it.
It isn't going to be the reason the Ameboids are dead, though. is
Now
it?
you hear
No.
more skittering.
I see it run away.
Yes, you do.
Mm.
The fact that they're here, though, suggests that this ship's been, kind of, in a bad state of repair for a while.
Okay.
Oh. I didn't like that.
I think I saw one, but then I lost it.
I don't think we need to be pest exterminators.
No, but you never know which one of these wires down here is going to be an essential wire that links, the core to something, or the essential life support systems. They can be a real hazard if left unchecked. Speaking from experience, from very intimate experience, do not let them live. Kill them.
Nareth, are you investigating that machine?
I am, yes.
Or are you just gonna play with it?
No, I'm investigating it, seeing if I can figure out precisely what it does.
Alright, tech check.
Come on. Okay, 16.
I found a letter.
The machine in front of you is designed to reset entertainment experience enhancers, but what you understand to be performatory traps on some sort of game level of the ship. Currently, they are disengaged.
But the traps are disengaged.
Yes.
Okay, I will not activate the traps.
Okay.
And Nareth warns them and continues searching around looking for the lights.
I found a ladder.
You did indeed, and there's a panel at the top of that ladder.
I'm gonna... I've told people I found a ladder and I'm gonna climb this ladder. I'm hoping that it's a way out. I have basically been looking for a way out. And I have found a ladder and I'm hoping it'll let me out.
Give me
Crawl up it.
an athletics check.
Wait, this is a crappy ladder?
It is,
Oh
actually.
no!
If we're looking for a way out, there's an elevator back in the corridor, Lord.
But you're fine,
We can-
Lorcus.
We just got here.
You're nimble and swift, and you climb right up that ladder and give a little push to the top vent. Give me a strength check, just in case.
Oh, these are so bad.
It's not a high DC. Oh, okay.
Really? Because I rolled a 2!
Wow.
You're gonna need to spend a hot second pushing. So
Oh, alright. It's a very awkward angle to push from here while I'm on a ladder and I'm just trying a few different positions.
and
I'm
it's
not
like
very
there's
strong.
something heavy kind of resting on top of it. But after you give it a good little bit of elbow grease, you might be able to get it open.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stick at this until I can make it happen.
Meanwhile, we have Nareth investigating another machine, and let's see. Give me a tech check for this one.
Check. Let's see how I rolled a 5, which is a total of 10.
This one looks like some sort of maybe linked to internal security devices, but you can't really get it.
DM,
Yes.
apparently Twitch chat still can't see the most recent rolls.
Yes, I see that. I'm in the middle of fixing it. Slobs is a bitch.
Jane is hanging kind of by Nareth, but not 6 feet of social distancing and all that. And she says, "I got that sense you're slightly afraid of me. I feel like I can. You're the one I should help. She looks around frantically for a sink to wash her hands, but she's staying around.
Nareth, go ahead and re-roll that that check with advantage because Jane is very knowledgeable and hovering right over your shoulder, so she might point something out that you missed.
Do I roll both dice or just the one?
Just the one.
Do you want me to roll something as well?
No, we'll let him.
With the reroll, I got a natural 19, total 24.
Okay, so that is the security systems. You understand that it activates security droids on shopping levels, and it allows for customers to have the most satisfactory and safe interactions. You can activate, deactivate ATMs and cash banks and tables from this terminal.
Sounds like the perfect place to make crimes happen.
Oh, crimes.
How fine of a control can you have?
Pardon? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that one.
How fine of a control can you have? Like, are we talking like you can direct them actively, or is it just on and off?
With a 19, or excuse me, a 24 now. Let me check something. Let me check my other map. You can enable easy mode on the gaming tables. You can open the access to the security room on the gambling floor. You can unlock the doors to the shopping section. There's several different things that you can do.
Is it possible for me to link up my data pad to this terminal so I can have remote control?
Yes, it is.
I would like to do that.
You go ahead and spend a minute finagling, getting Bluetooth working, smacking your data pad like only you quite can, and you sync it up with this terminal so that you can have on-the-go access to the security in this place. But you get the sense that it will only last while you're in the ship and likely won't extend outside.
That's fine. Do I also get access to lights through this terminal?
Not this one, no.
Okay. Then I would move over to the one behind us and ask Jane. And see, Nareth is actively, with that last roll, Nareth is warming up a little bit to the terrifying psionic entity that lives next door now. And she's trying. It's really just like, Jane, could you help me with this one as well?
Yes. Wait, tell me what to do? I can help. My
Okay.
calculator can interface into most things, but I can really only pull data and calculate things. If you need me to do anything like that, I can definitely help.
It's more just help me scan it to see if we can figure out what it does without blowing up the ship. And I'd like to examine this one as well.
You know the role.
Okay, this is technology. I rolled a natural 18, which is a 23. I'm rolling either really well or really terribly. It's kind
Do
of.
I roll with an advantage to help or anything?
Nope, he already took your help into account in his rolls.
Like that.
DM,
Yes.
or GM rather. Would I see in character the other little thingy over there?
Oh, yes, you would.
Shoot it.
Roll to attack.
$11.
Oof, barely, but that hits.
Oh, okay.
Roll your damage. Oh, yeah, you got it.
6.
It falls over dead into the pipes, clunking down all the way, and you all hear a shot ring out. With that 23, Nareth, you understand that This particular terminal is for adjusting employee rates. Employees get a special discount in the shops, and if you have an employee badge, you get a certain percentage off. This controls all of the employees currently on board and what discount percentage they get when they shop.
Can I set us all as employees and change the discount to 100%?
You can try. Give me a data check to hack the terminal.
If it's a data check, could I actually help Jane with that? Because Jane always mentions about how she's specifically a data-focused person.
You can. It'll be a very high DC to make it all free. You can put in any percentage, but yeah, go ahead and tell Jane what you need help with.
If we fail setting it to free, are we able to retry to lower at a lower value?
If you fail setting it to free, you probably will get locked out of the terminal.
Then Nareth sort of turns to Jane and says, "Do you think we should try setting it to free, or do you think we should just increase the percentage discount and leave it at that?"
Well, I have a question. What are we buying from, and are they already dead? Because if they're already dead, we're taking things anyway.
My logic is that if we need to scavenge anything, it means we can scavenge it without potentially triggering security systems. I can fiddle with the security systems, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to deactivate them if they get angry.
Oh. Well, what's the worst that could happen if it locks us out?
It means we won't be able to try again later. It means we'll be, or it might even have a go at us. I'm not really a hacker, that's not really my thing. I'm more of a mechanical specialist, but obviously data is involved in all that nowadays.
So Jane's gonna pull out her calculator and start trying to figure out like the percentage possibilities, and so she just kind of sits there for a second, types it in, and goes, "You know what? Yeah, we well, if we, you know what, we have weapon. What have we got to lose? We're in the middle of space, and there's dead things around us, and it's not."
Jane, you calculate roughly a 3% chance of complete success.
Okay, I think that we should probably not do the 100% because there's a very high chance, calculation-wise, that we will probably not make it. And judging by the fact it seems to be a very easily manipulated gambling ship, there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of free data out there that might be, not sanitized well. So I'm thinking that we should probably just do something a little bit with better chances.
Maybe 80%?
As you debate, Suave, you've gone off to another machine. Are you interacting with it?
I'm more just keeping an eye out for swirls, and also if I see anything related to the lights.
And
I'm gonna say we should try for a 75% chance, or 75% discount. Looks like that's the most reasonable one we can achieve for.
I'd say that is probably a good idea. I'll trust your judgment. Whatever you think is the right idea. You're the techie one. I'm the other techie one.
Well, yeah. Let me know what you do.
You're the one that does data stuff, no?
Yeah. Okay. Should I roll for tech to try to manipulate it?
It's data to hack.
What one's that under?
Intelligence.
Yeah, it's the same modifier, I believe.
Do I roll with advantage or anything?
Yes, you can roll with advantage because you're helping each other.
Oof.
Yep, no. You get a loud, angry, red beep, and the machine shuts down entirely.
Never mind. Maybe I'll take the lead next time. I thought it'd be worth giving it a go.
You guys are right over there.
Have you gone through the panel? You've opened it by now. Have you gone through?
When I open it, I go through.
All right. Giving me one moment to move you here. You emerge here, amidst a sea of pipes, and quite unable to get your bearings, but there you are.
Is this flooring over here to stand upon, or are these all pipes?
So, what you see is a room that appears to have begun falling apart. The
Oh,
interconnected nature of Ameboid ships means that they often have pipes woven throughout the floors so that they can move along them as their fluid nature allows. But with a more sturdy body, floors are helpful. So they do have solid flooring, but as the ship has apparently been abandoned for a while, the flooring is starting to crumble away. And if you're going to travel along the pipes, you'll need to give me athletics checks to see if you fall, or you can try and jump onto the flooring.
okay. So the flooring is the
The solid,
yellowish
yeah.
stuff, and then the sort of white silvery stuff are where the piping is.
Opposite. The piping is the gray and bronze that you're standing on right now.
Oh, okay.
And the white silver is the actual floor tile.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to attempt to get over onto the floor tile from where I'm at. Just kind of like lay down and stretch myself and like slink forward onto the floor without like standing on the pipes because the pipes scare me. And so I'm just going to kind of try and slide my way onto solid flooring.
If you're doing it carefully, I'll let you do it without making a roll because Loricus is very particular and practical. So I can imagine her making very precise, calculated movements to get herself safely across. So I'll let you do that.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. And then once across, I'm going to take in the space around me. It looks like there's a desk and many doors.
Mm-hmm. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception. 16.
You see an information desk and what clearly looks like to be a safe at the top of it, bolted into the desk itself, which is built into the floor. You see an elevator terminal and what looks like an ATM, as well as several locked doors. You imagine that this particular floor might be the shopping floor that had been spoken about.
Okay about shopping, but I do see an information desk and I'm going to go straight for that and check out what is on here.
Give me an investigation check on that information desk.
Yeah, I got a dirty 20.
You see that safe, and you see that it opens with a PIN code. Not incredibly common anymore. Usually they're upgraded to better tech. But you might be able to get this open just with a simple guess or hack, if you wanted.
Sure, we'll give the safe a try.
To hack the safe, give me a data check as you sync up your data pad and try and unlock.
Alright. This will represent data is intelligence based, right?
That's correct.
Alright. No! That was a nat 1.
Oof. Try as you might, you cannot get that thing to budge, and in fact, your data pad starts to heat up in your hand and get incredibly warm. You get the sense that you should probably disconnect it before it does damage to your data pad.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. There's plenty of other information on the desk anyway, I'm sure. I will open screens and sort through papers and see whatever else is here that I might be able to find useful information on.
It's a surprisingly minimalist desk. It does have a passenger manifesto listed directly on the top. Everything is built in screen panels, so what you see before you is all flat, and the images are projected on a flat surface. So you see a layout of the floor, you see a list of names, gaming tables, reservations. It's a whole lot of information to comb through, and while you're doing that, I'm going to go revisit your friends who have investigated the final corner, I'm thinking.
Yeah, we're looking at the last couple panels. First, starting off with this yellow glowy one, which is probably the lights now that I think about it.
Now that you're looking at it, Nareth, you don't even have to roll for that. You recognize that machine from Ping and understand that It is for protecting cores.
Oh.
If this
Well,
ship...
there is no core.
Oh, there is. It's just not accessible directly. Unlike Ping, this has an appropriate shell casing over the cores, and you need access authorization.
Through access to the security terminal, would I be able to give myself access authorization?
You cannot. You need authorization from the captain himself, which can only be attained through the captain's keycard.
I see. Okay. That being the case, I would examine, I think, this last one over here.
And that you get the sense, especially where Jane is, would be the lights. That one that you're in front of, that's an information panel. It just gives you a readout. Jane's in front of the final machine, and that is indeed the lights.
Wow. So efficient.
Always the last place you look.
Mhm.
Where's the last place you look? Reactivate the lights if we can.
Okay.
Give me a data check.
I will lead then, shall I, Jane? Jane?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about doing that again. I don't want to break anything.
I'll do it if you prefer. I can lead if you.
I trust you, Nerith. You're way better at the techie thingies. I just need data. I'm scared.
This one doesn't seem to
Very
be
well.
locked. It's lights, so you figure you'll be able to interact with this machine without much difficulty.
Well, I got a 23, so they're very not difficult.
Very, very not difficult indeed, as beautiful lights just begin to spring on around you. And the ship starts to come to life with light.
Astounding. But you know what? I'm going to keep the torch on, just because I am paranoid.
And you three down here notice Laricus is gone.
Do the lights turn them on where I'm at, by the way?
They did.
Okay, just checking.
Which why that scene
Wait,
isn't activated, I don't know, but
Where's Loricus?
Would I have seen her go up the ladder?
you would have heard her yell, "I'm going up the ladder."
I did
Think-
tell you guys.
I think she went upstairs, or rather, up that thing. Doesn't look very stable, though.
I will, as the lights have come on, go back over towards that where the ladder is and lay down on the floor and sort of reach my head over the top edge of the ladder. I'm not gonna actually go back towards it. I just put my face out enough so that I can possibly shout down, and I'm gonna be like, "It seems like I'm hoping that was you that did the lights." Hello?
It was
was,
not.
yeah.
It was Nerith.
Well, Jane helped. Shall we join you up
do
there?
the doors? Can you do the doors? There are doors.
Oh, I can try to access the doors from the security panel. I'm pretty sure a security console will probably allow us to open a door for emergency purposes, and I seem to be tapped into the security console.
Okay, there are doors. I have found another level with doors and some safes. They don't open. Nothing opens.
Did you say safes?
I just want the things to open.
Who's going up the ladder?
I'm gonna fucking try.
Alright,
My lanky
Suave.
7 hours. Right. What do I roll?
Athletics.
Ooh.
Or acrobatics, whichever you prefer, honestly.
I prefer acrobatic.
Go for it.
Oh, that was a choice.
Well, you fall on your ass, Suave. You get right up to the top, and the handle breaks under your grip, and you just fall backwards and land real hard on your bony behind. And you take, gosh,
Oh no. Not the 9 HP, please.
3 bludgeoning damage. You're gonna have a bruise. That hurt.
Ah!
So I had backed up to make space for everybody to get up here, and then I barely see the shadow top of Suave beginning to arrive, and then that disappears, and I hear a good thunk and some cussing, and so I lay down and peek my head over again, and I go,
fucking shit. Right, that lad.
Do you need
Oh,
help?
fuck. Okay, right, can you check? Does that elevator go up to that floor, do you know? Because we're not using that ladder. That is not, that would not pass
I
OSHA
can
safety
probably
checks.
fix the ladder up a bit if you give me a minute.
I have
Bobby,
some rope.
you get the sense that, yeah, the elevator probably does go up, especially since you turned them on.
Right,
Reach in. Dangle a little bit of rope over the edge. Would you like some rope?
I have rope, but I'd rather not waste any if it, you know, I'm a lanky tall fucker. I don't like climbing if I don't have to. I'll just take the elevator.
Just fine.
Yeah, well, you're like half my height. It's fine.
No, I am not.
It's a hyperbole. Just fucking shut up. I'll take the elevator. Means I'll get on the other side of the door, and then I can maybe unlock it from the outside. Who knows?
Swabby takes the elevator.
DM, I'm on the wrong screen, it looks like, so I can't actually move my token around. It looks like I've lost my token or been pushed to the wrong screen.
Yep, I activated the next screen that we're moving to, and I am still figuring out Foundry. So thank you for bearing with me. But are you trying to go up the ladder or up the elevator?
I'll just go up the elevator at that point if the elevators are on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
All right.
If the elevators are on, does that mean that I can open this elevator?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll open it.
And there's your friends.
Hey.
No. Hi.
Oh, hello. Is there any things in there?
No. Does anyone have anything for like? I landed on my ankle funny when I fell off the ladder. Hurts like a fucker now.
I could give you a splint.
I'm not sure if it's that
could
bad.
show you how to walk so as not to aggravate it.
I'll be alright. It just hurts like a bitch, and I like to complain.
Okay.
Right. DM, am I able to use the security access that I have to fiddle about with the doors to try and open them?
You can go up to any door one at a time and interface with it and unlock it with or attempt to unlock it. And the one in front of you, yeah, it unlocks.
Okay.
Good.
What does this one look like?
You step inside, and this is very clearly the security room of the ship. It's monitoring every square inch, and you see every room. You see guest rooms, you see gambling tables, you see a kitchen, you see an area that looks like it's designed for hunting. All live streams, but frozen and glitched over. You can't quite tell if they're live from now or recordings, but nothing seemed to be recording, so you assume it's live, but nothing's moving. It's quite difficult to understand and discern exactly what you're looking at, but you do see that it is a representation of the ship as a whole and can be largely controlled from this room.
Is there also anything in the vein of like defensive items, protective items, since this is a security room?
Not in this room, but you see that there is a vast shopping center located just outside the other doors, one of which is focused primarily on security and defenses, and another which is focused on attacks. You also see another floor that is designed specifically for what looks like game hunting, and you understand that perhaps these are meant to arm people who might like to game hunt for fun.
Okay.
In looking at all of these screens, they're glitchy and whatnot, but are there anything resembling humanoids or ameboids or life forms present in any of the picture images, representations, glitches?
Give me an investigation check.
In the meanwhile, GM, has this desk, I assume it's a desk before me, already been investigated?
It has, but not by Suave.
May I investigate it, please?
Oh, yes, you
This is
may.
safe.
With an 18, you do see some strange figures, not on this floor, but in one of the guest rooms. Something looks to be milling about. It's in the private area, but you catch a glimpse of something, a reflection in the corner of a mirror, and it's not a thwirl. It looks like a humanoid. But you do see thwirls running around on other floors, and on this one.
Wave. I'm gonna wave at Narath as she begins to leave and be like, Narath, you know this stuff. You are good at this. Can you map this? Do you have a map? Are you able to find this room?
I
This
could certainly try. DM, would I be able to figure out, using the cameras, to be able to figure out a route to get us to that room?
Ooh. You're unfamiliar with the ship. Would you be able to access, like, internal? Okay, give me a data check. Let's see if you're able to manipulate this machine to tell
Would
you
I
where.
be able to get Lorecus to give me an assistance on this?
Yes.
I have proficiency with that, so I will help you.
Okay.
Okay,
Excellent.
great. So data this was, yeah?
Yes, indeed.
16 plus 5, 21.
This is one of the guests' private rooms, probably on the top floor, and you see the color of the bedding. Let me look. And you understand that it's one of the private suites. It's the autumnal suite on the southeastern side when you come out of the elevator. So yes, you know exactly where this is now, and when you get to that map, I'll tell you and orient you properly.
We should
Right.
attempt to contact them. Maybe we should try and find a communications panel.
Plausibly. Okay, Nareth is going to start moving to this door to try and use her security access to open this one.
That door's open. You can open doors if they're unlocked.
No, I didn't realize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if that one's open, like, Nareth is just going to go around opening every door possible. But that one is locked because she tried to use her access to open that one.
Nareth can, yes. And it opens.
What is this room?
That room is a little bit chillier than the rest, you noticed as you step in, and it has bottles and bottles and bottles in the shelves on the walls. Fine labels, vintage years. This is a wine cellar, a liquor cabinet.
Okay. And... Okay, that's just a corridor.
What is this room that Nareth had just walked past? It has some strange-looking shapes in it.
That Nareth walked past?
Yeah, Nareth opened it and then just, like, fucking left.
Oh, okay.
It's the fact that it opened, I didn't want to... I figured I'd start with all the doors to make sure we knew every available entryway that we could access first.
Give me a perception
Oh.
check, Thoracus.
As I see them all like walking around me and past me, Swavi's just gonna raise his head and be like, hi, what's the situation then? Find much?
We've found the security room, but when we found something interesting in one of the crew quarters, it could be the person alive, maybe dead. It's hard to tell from my perspective, but I think Lorecus was more examining on it. I kind of didn't look too hard.
Right.
We've also found wine.
Oh.
And now,
You said
Laura,
wine? Bring me a bottle of spirits. As I'm in this room.
now,
I think
Loricus,
maybe-
with that 22, you have stumbled upon what you clearly see to be rows and rows of very neatly stacked books and piles of clothing. You see standard jumpsuits folded nicely one over another, along with the usual bandanas, hats, gloves, the general armors, and several informative books.
I I would like to look through the books and every now and again pick up a very pretty piece of clothing and sort of press it up against me to see, like, oh, do I like this? But then go back to the books. What are these books?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh, in the meantime, what do I find with my my dirty 20 that I got? If
There it
anything.
goes.
Oh, I'm sorry, your dirty 20 on the information table, you see the passenger manifesto, which is a scribble of aliases that you glance at and you go, those are not real names. You also see a safe that has one attempt, you see, and time has passed enough to allow a second if you would like to try and hack it open.
Yes, I would.
You may.
What is it to roll?
Data, please.
Data. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I got a 6.
It buzzes red and your data pad begins to heat up as you sense that you should disconnect before it does any harm. It senses
I'm
that...
fucking safe.
Yeah, no, the safe is protected. It understands that you're trying to hack in. It's magically protected. It's defending itself.
Fuck. Is anyone here good at you know, the computers and the numbers and the data and stuff?
I am, yes.
There's a safe over here. It has one pass attempt left. Don't fail or it might explode.
Right. I can give it a go. I would like to see about trying to open the safe.
All right, you can
Well,
try.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm going into the wine room.
So, I just roll a data check.
Yes, please.
Damn it. Natural 2, total of 7.
Oh, a very sad series of beeps just glows at you, but you are not allowed access. The safe remains closed.
Hates us.
Swabby,
DM,
as you
one
step in,
question-
your arms get goosebumps. What's the question?
I have the spell technical difficulties.
Ooh, okay.
It says it causes lights to flicker, blasters to malfunction, and arcane terminals to crash. Choose a piece of magical technology within range. It malfunctions in unpredictable ways such that it is unusable for the duration. Would I be able to use that to cause the security functions, like the locking mechanism, to fail?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Cast it and tell
Okay.
me what it looks like.
I will tell you what it looks like. As Nareth is very limited in her understanding of her supernatural abilities. Sorry, I'm just marking off the spell slot because I have 2 of those. Nareth sort of leaned in, and as she's sort of tapping away, trying to get the system to override, it just keeps flashing up, telling her that, like, access denied. And then she sort of like sits down, staring at it, sort of reaches to it into a pocket on her side and pulls out what looks to be like a piece of like black glass that's sort of like twisted in on itself, and almost like it's like a personal like talisman. She sort of like sticks it in her mouth, like very like someone chewing on a pencil, and then she just sort of starts tapping again, and it fails again, and then she just gets really annoyed, and she just sort of smacks it, and it just sparks and pops open.
And it pops open. And Nareth inside, you are treated a used data pad, might have something still on it, a set of dentures, and a key card.
Wait. A set of dentures?
Indeed.
I
That's awesome.
pick up the data pad and the key card.
They're yours now.
Great. Okay.
That key
one
card has the words VIP on it in gold.
second. VIP data pad. Okay.
The key card, not the data pad, sorry.
Ah, okay. One moment, I'm just trying to... so I have a VIP... That's not what I want, come on. VIP... key card, and can I have a quick scan of the, data pad as well?
Yes, give me, let's see. It's a standard data pad, and you already unlocked it. So, yeah, you go ahead and open the data pad. It's an easy 1234 is the password. Very dumb.
Huh.
It looks like it might have belonged to a very young humanoid, very brightly colored, lots of shades of rose and lavender and flowers and florals. It has a lot of credits loaded onto it. Unused credits, which is the most generally accepted form of currency in the verse, and what you would have on your datapad if you were given any money on your trip, but none of you have been. But now, you have some. If
How
you
much
want.
money roughly do we have as a result of this data pad? How much does it give?
Let's see. We're gonna roll. $146 credits is what's on that data pad.
Oh dang.
How much does 1 credit purchase?
That depends.
Like, does it equate to 1 credit per is like a copper, or 1 credit is like a gold piece?
1 credit could buy. It depends what planet you're on. But 146 wouldn't be a ton. It would be a handful. As a matter of fact, you would be less shocked, or suave. You would have expected that to have a 0 on it. So this was probably the data pad of somebody who spent a day losing if they were gambling. Loraikas, in that room, you do see several pieces of tactical equipment, and they're just sitting loosely on the shelf. The armor seems to be unattended. There's no one there to assist. No bot, no droid. With the books, you happen to find. Let me grab it. Nope, not that one. Sorry. I thought I put it in the correct folder, but evidently I didn't. New DM problems. Rather than a book, you find a scroll, a first level spell scroll.
Ooh, okay.
And we can go over what spell you want that to be after session. But Loraikas finds a first level spell scroll that you can utilize at a time of your choosing and might be able to study and learn. While you're in that armory, is there any particular sort of armor that you're looking for?
No, armor isn't really my style. Unless there's something like just some bracers, maybe, that could give a little bit extra defensiveness. But armor itself is usually too bulky.
Okay, so you see mostly clothing here. You think there might be more accessories in another part of the shop. Nareth, roll me perception, please. And Jane, what are you up to? You hiding in the elevator?
Oh yeah. No, I'm happy to let someone else do some stuff because I've been doing a lot, so...
I actually don't see my token on the screen.
What? You're in the elevator. What about there?
Hey, there I am. I guess she's looking for a saint. She
Well,
needs to have her hand.
You're standing in front of the ATM, and now in front of the restrooms, there's a sign It says restrooms right there in the corridor by the bathroom. Or by the elevator. Gosh, sorry. Yep, right there. Careful over those pipes. You'll have to roll athletics if you want to try and jump over them, or you can.
I don't think I'm gonna risk that. I'm kind of a large creature, you know. I mean, that's the wisest thing. So she's just gonna kind of stare at the pipes and mourn for a second.
Might be one down the other hall.
A sink! Yeah! Oh!
You all hear Jane scream out, "A sink!"
I'm in the room now with Suave looking at the alcohol, and I'm just gonna chuckle and grab the highest proof alcohol that's on the thing that I'm gonna take and give to Jane because it'll be antiseptical.
You easily find a bottle that's 180 proof. It is essentially just liquid fire.
I'll take 2. Gonna keep one for myself, and actually before I leave, I'll take and open the one for myself, and I pour some into my hand, and I spread it across my chest, and I'm going to cast False Life on myself as I speak some words in Gith, and a little bit of sort of sparkling silver sort of wraps up and like gets breathed in, sort of like a Vicks Vapor Rub sort of moment. And she breathes it in, and I'm going to give myself a few more hit points.
Suave, you watch as Loricus opens a bottle of very, very nice liqueur, spreads it on her chest, and just inhales deeply.
And I nearly fucking doubled my own hit points with that.
Right. Mind letting me know what you're wasting a perfectly good drink for?
It bolsters me. It makes me able to heal from potential harm much faster for a short time.
Oh, right. Do you reckon you could maybe, give some of that TSC to my uncle then? It's still funny after falling off that fucking ladder.
I don't know how to force somebody else's body to do this. I only know how to get my own body to do this.
Ah, fucking course. Alright, well, at the very least, I can numb the pain with something else. And what exactly do I see on the shelves, DM? Or GM, rather?
Suave, you see row after row after row of very neatly organized liqueurs, wines, whatever your little heart could desire to drink, it is here.
Well, I'm probably going to just nick as much as I can carry then, considering there was absolutely none on the ping, so...
So you're just putting bottle after bottle after bottle, just shoving it in your bag.
Yep.
Suave's filling his pockets, Jane's washing their hands. Excellent.
That's so much better.
A moment passes as you all wait in the darkness, and you hear nothing. Just the sound of one another moving throughout the abandoned ship. No squeaks from thwirls or chews or skitters, just quiet.
As I leave and go see where Jane has gone, I'm going to have a bottle for her, so I'm going to go find where she is standing and sort of offer it out. Jane, this might help your hand situation.
I've never seen this. What is this?
This is alcohol. This is alcohol, and alcohol is antiseptic. So when you are not able to find a sink to wash your hands in, you can pour a little bit into one hand and use it to rub both of your hands together, and it will effectively clean your hands without the need for a sink and soap.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh.
Jane's gonna not know what to do, but she's going to be. I don't know what I will never throw you in a furnace. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
Jane gleefully hugs the bottle to their chest. This will sanitize you, Jane, just as well as a sink and soap.
Excellent. Thank you.
Nareth, as you stumbled around, you happened to see a lot of very pretty things in that room you were just in. Lots of jewelry and accessories, pretty trinkets.
Yep. Okay. Is it just jewelry? Is there anything more usable? Anything of note?
Oh, there is quite a lot of note in this room. Give me an investigation check.
Like, because obviously Nareth isn't one that's looking for, like, pretty jewelry. She's looking for stuff that helps you live and not die, considering her current predicament. With an investigation check... Oh, investigation, I get a D4 with that. Still not great. I rolled a natural 2, a 2 on the D4, which is a 4 plus 5, so a 9.
I'm in the room and I would like to also provide an investigation check of a 14.
Alright. Nareth, you find a ring, but you don't know what it does. I realize, chat, that it says in the chat. Nareth, you don't know, though. Loricus, you got a... I'm sorry, 14?
14.
You find a set of boots that you understand to be magical. They are boots of tracks.
Interesting. With that realization, are all of the things in this room possibly magical?
You get the understanding that these items have been curated for specific clientele and are likely, more often than not, something special.
Oh.
Can I just say that Jane's happy face is perfect for her having gotten that sanitizing, like the alcohol bottle. She's just like, yes.
I'm going to stay here and look at everything.
I'd like to help. I'd like to join in just to really scour this room.
Locus,
There
I
are
added...
magic things. I want to fucking categorize shit.
I added your boots of tracks to your compendium, so you don't need to worry about new loot. You can just drag it from the roll table.
Inventory?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
So there's just like a ton of stuff in this room, right? Like nothing.
Oh yeah, a
stuff.
ton of stuff. Everything you pick up seems to be magical in some capacity.
Is there, so in looking for specific things, are there items that would provide protection?
Certainly, depending on what kind of protection you're looking for.
Like maybe an improved AC?
That would more likely be from the other shop where it has armor and things that you could actually wear. You don't know if there's an artifact in this room necessarily that will bolster your ability to receive a hit. Maybe if you looked through every single thing, you might be able to find one. If you spent that length of time going through stuff, you could try.
Yeah. So Loricus gets very excited, very energized. She is like, grabbing things, starting to reorganize things, putting things beside each other that maybe that doesn't make sense. That, you know, they're no longer over there, now they're over here. And after a second, she pauses and kind of stops and looks around and goes, Can we just take all of this? Do you all have space enough?
We have our boxes. I forget what they're called, but they have these like those nanopod things.
Yes, in your rooms on aboard Ping, you each have a personal transmat deck, which includes, I believe it's up to 500 pounds of storage space. That is aboard your ship, though. Here, you're only limited to what you can carry.
I thought we were. Oh no, we have to carry it physically back to the ship.
Yeah, it's like dresser sized.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I'm gonna start like putting some necklaces on Nerith and on Jane, like just throwing some necklaces on them, and then put a few bracelets on them, and
I'm new to this. Is this crime?
As what you are, Loricus, you understand that most magical items need to be attuned to anyway, so there's no harm in just stacking it up and identifying it later.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm all about. And I'm like, there's another pair of like, there's a hat or some boots or a cloak or what. I'm just throwing things on people and like stacking some stuff on myself. I'm like,
I feel very pretty and shiny right now.
Some of these I might be able to deconstruct and be able to pull the magic out of them to learn it myself. Oh, this is...
I think we should also be aware that if we find people alive on this ship, we do have to return this.
Oh, right. We did find people alive. This isn't...
We did?
A dead ship. Whoa, no!
Loricus did mention people potentially, but I wasn't... It could be something else in its skin or something. I don't know.
All right. We can't wear them.
Let's bring it with us.
Put it in the bag. We have like backpacks or something that we brought with us with items. So Loricus is gonna like just straight up empty her. She's got like some rope and a couple of bars of rations that she brought along as like what she thought might need to be there, and a like couple pouches of material components in that bottle of liquor, and she just empties hers out and just starts piling in what she can into her own backpack, keeping the bottle of liquor to make sure it has space in there, and she'll ask if you guys, do you have space in yours?
I'm gonna ask the DM roughly how much would we be able, like, because obviously, okay, I don't want to go complete loot hobo. Like, let's be honest about this, but it's still something that our characters would, well, at least the rest would reasonably be like, oh, cool, we need to live.
I'm allowing you the option of looting as much or as little as you want, but as you debate your loot, Suave, are you getting drunk in the closet?
Haha, I fucking wish, no. I've noticed that there is another door up this end, if my eyes do not deceive.
You're not wrong. Do you try to open it?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and try.
What's the rule?
No roll, just try and open the door.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I do it.
It's open.
Cool. Right. What do I see? Oh, is that another thrall?
It is indeed, standing on a long bar table with several unattended drinks. Oh, fire at it. That hits. It explodes into a little ball of purple fluff and is gone.
Oh. Fucking throws.
You have killed the heck out of that thwirl. And the rest of you just hear firing and a panicked squeak as you loot.
Nareth is going to like at this period of looting, roughly how much have we gathered?
That depends on the volume that you're taking. Are you going to take it all? Are you picking through? What's Nareth doing?
Nareth is mostly like gonna pick through to see if there's any items that are much more notable than the rest, like more valuable, more useful. You know, like Nareth isn't going to pick up a ring of that, a necklace of look prettier. Nareth is going to pick up a necklace of don't die in space.
Well, that's the
Swabby.
problem here is all of these are very beautifully, elegantly designed, high quality pieces, so it's very hard to tell the simple necklace of look pretty that's just very expensive
Are
because
none of them
it has
labeled, or is there
asteroids.
is there a database in the room that we can look for to find out notable items or anything?
Well, you see the countertops and the way that they're placed, and you can assume that there probably are meant to be sales associates behind them, explaining the various products and pitching them to people. But no, they are not labeled.
GM.
Nareth picks up 5 more items and then gets moving, because
Suave.
otherwise we're going to be here all day.
What you up to, Suave?
Sorry, Swabby seems to be stuck.
Oh.
I can't move my counter.
Suave, how dare.
There we go. There we go, thank you.
He's free. So Nareth picks up 5 more random items and continues on.
Jane just stands there because she has no idea how to be a loot hobo. So she just kind of waits for whatever people load onto her, and she doesn't really see anything that catches her eye because she doesn't recognize these jewels. You know, she's Rothian.
Nareth, as you interface with that door, you use your datapad to unlock it because you have access to the securities, and you walk into what you understand to be the weapons warehouse.
Okay, are these just free to grab, or do we have to buy them?
Those, you actually might not have seen them. Roll me a history check.
I think that's just straight intelligence. Let me check. I do not have history proficiency, which means I rolled a 14.
Okay, so you've heard about these before then. You probably haven't seen them much yourself, but they're very popular on commercial vehicles to have self-service machines for weaponry specifically. There are laws, intergalactic laws, about leaving weapons in easily accessible areas, so they have to be technically monitored by machines. Thus, it has led to a rise in weaponized vending machines. That's what these are. Each one makes a different kind of weapon, and the one you're standing in front of happens to be a super specialty that specifically sells old style, quote unquote, automatic firing pistols.
Okay. Would that mean that these would classify as stuff like repeaters and swarm pistols and stuff?
You understand that you could get those sorts of things in this room. Not from this machine, but probably like the one behind you or the one next to you. You see that there are various different models and assume that they all sell a different type of weapon.
Okay. We don't have any employee cards. Have we been able? Was I able to set us as employees as throughout the? Oh no, because we weren't able to get the discount running, were we?
No, but you do have a VIP pass, or a VIP key card rather, as well as 146 credits to your name.
Okay. Doesn't feel like a lot. I will see what's the equivalency value of a credit on this ship right now. What's like what could I purchase with 104? I see what the prices on offer are for one of the weapons?
Yes, yeah, you can see that. You can look at the screen and see that. Let me open the inventory here. You start scrolling through with your fingertip and see you can get an automatic pistol for 100 credits, a revolver for 150, a full-sized rifle for 250, a hunting rifle for 300, a shotgun for 450. Bullets are 1 credit each, or you can get a box of 20 for 15.
My phaser doesn't require bullets because it's basically like a Star Trek phaser, correct?
Yes, your phaser does not require bullets. Suave, as you start walking along the outer rim there, while your others are off and you wander alone, you start hearing strange creaking and you can't quite discern if it's above or below you. But give me a perception check.
Alright.
You
17.
see unfinished drinks still sitting on tables, cards left abandoned, apparently mid-game, pouches of what people call cash credits. It's just dumb trinkets that kids usually like to play with. But it's a physical form of a credit, which is mostly outdated in places, but sometimes people like to gamble with them rather than having it on a data pad just because they like to touch things. You also see the floor has given way in several spaces, and see that there might be places up ahead where there are still lights shining.
I'm going to keep my pistols cocked, just in case any fucker tries anything.
Alright.
But I'm going to see... How can I check how recently everything looks to be abandoned? Is there still any ice in the drinks, for example? Is there...
Ooh, that is very clever. Give me an investigation check.
7.
Suave, you're not sure, but you do see that there is no ice in any drink. You know that at least. There's no condensation. Everything appears to be room temperature,
Okay.
which seems to be kept at the space standard. It's balmy, humanoid, not uncomfortable, not frozen, insulated from the chill of space.
Can I spy anything valuable?
Oh yes, you see those pouches of credits, and you know there's value attached to them, even if it's just, you know, a pouch full of 5, 10 credits, whatever. They still count as real money. You're also familiar with these tables. You've probably seen them before in gambling centers on your home planet. You know the kinds of games played there. Mostly these like to play 1 credit games, 2 credit games. They're for starting gamblers. But up ahead, you see a machine that you know to be for more adept professionals. And known for being slightly problematic due to the propensity for being hacked.
Can I try and hack them?
You can.
Hey.
You know,
So I'm
though,
gonna
that
take
this
some
isn't.
credits as well.
This is no light system or security switch, and these sorts of things usually have defense mechanisms. And you're aware of that. As Suave hacks, Jane and Loricus, you've seen Nareth disappear into the weapon room and then somewhere else. What have you been up to?
Trying to sort through, as Narath is doing this, she's remembering, like, you know, having been taught about, oh, you know, there's this weird thing of ownership where some people don't like other people having things, and you have to pay all this money. It's not a just, you know, have what you need type situation. And so, Loricus is changing her tact a bit and is attempting to eyeball with her understanding of, you know, magical runes on items, possibly identifying very important ones, ones that could potentially be helpful or interesting. And I think she's gonna just grab like 10 for herself, 10 to put into Narith's, or into Jane's bag, and call it good at that. And we'll just put a number to this.
Okay.
Jane is looking at shiny things and putting them up to herself and saying, "This is pretty. I'm pretty." But she also doesn't understand what the hesitancy with taking everything is, because Rothians always kind of think they're better than everyone. And even if she questions that, she's like, just take it. Well, why? They can't stop you.
I would just take it. It's just that there are potentially survivors here, and their society is structured in such as to require that we purchase things. They don't like it when certain people have certain items. It is all very confused and backwards, quite frankly. And I would certainly just take it. It just makes sense as I see it. It's there, and so you can take it and you can use it. And if somebody else needs it, then they can take it and they can use it. And that is how it should go. But people are a stranger in this part of existence.
I'll trust you. This necklace is pretty. And it makes me feel very pretty, but I don't think we should take it because it smells like pennies or something.
If you want it, go ahead and put it in the bag. I've kind of come to a compromise with myself that we can take a few of the nicer looking items that look like they might be helpful for us.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue with that. Jane starts looking for things that might catch her eye, but nothing really. She doesn't care for magic, so she's just like, well, this is cute. I guess this is nice. This shine's pretty. And so she's just debating what's prettiest and shiniest. But yeah, I guess, should I roll and see if anything catches her eye at all?
Sure, roll and see. Jane, I think you would notice that among these things, there are certain items that are not pretty shiny. Namely, there are some things that might more be considered as weapons, like grenades.
There are grenades in the jewelry store?
Well, in a box under a drawer, in the back.
That's amazing.
They're very ornate, actually. They're bejeweled. They look like little Fabergé eggs.
Should I roll for investigation or for which one do you want me to roll for? For what I can look through, like the grenades, whatever is more weapony than jewelry, like that she's noticed.
I will go ahead and say you find the... You know what? Give me investigation. Okay. You find a handful of 5 Fabergé egg grenades and 5 very beautiful... They look like scroll containers, but you understand that these will explode if you break them in half and throw them.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and pocket those then.
It's essentially a glow stick of dynamite. Break it, shake it, throw and pray.
Well, those are getting pocketed. And I'm gonna keep looking through things. I'm not mentioning that I'm sticking explosives in with the jewelry because I don't understand that that's dangerous anyway, so.
It's not technically a weapon in that it doesn't have bullets, so they're allowed to sell it without having to buy a vending machine and get an external force involved with their financial transactions.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yay, capitalism.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess we'll just collect up some of the items here, things that obviously I can't identify right now, but bag them and take them hopefully back with us to look at later.
Excellent. Jane, I've gone ahead and added your dynamite sticks, and I will add your grenade as well. Your 5 grenades.
Thank you.
Eventually, I'll figure out permissions so that you can add items yourself when you find them. We'll get there. But for now, you got stuff to make things go boom.
Hell yeah.
One specific thing, as we are in this room of very expensive jewelried items, is there a necklace or maybe a ring that has a nice, possibly large, very expensive pearl in it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find a pearl among these. You don't know that there's necessarily any specific magic attached to it, but if you look for a pearl in this room long enough, you'll definitely find one.
I am going to take the pearl.
Nareth, did you opt to buy any of the weapons or share the fact that they exist with your teammates?
I'm eating a biscuit.
Nareth found a
Jones.
biscuit and is munching.
Okay, so Nareth would. Sorry, I was just kind of having Nareth explore while they were looting. I thought the looting would take longer. Nareth would say she was actually primarily looking for Suavi to inform him about the weapons, because Suavi feels like a gun nut. I suppose, but as she goes to leave, sorry, I got a bit excited there. That's why I saw you brought me back. She would mention that there are the weapons vending machines, and mention that there's another door over there that she cannot access because she can't make this jump without physically jumping. Which she could potentially jump, couldn't she, DM?
She
So not
could
even a 10-foot
potentially
gap, is
jump,
it?
and there is a desk that seems to be, it's precarious, and you'd probably not incredibly safe to climb over. You could try and climb over that, though, too.
GM.
Just do a running
Yes.
jump then, just to get
Suave.
across before she looks for Suave.
Nara's emotionator has also disappeared from the Twitch display.
Yes.
I have it constantly active. I don't understand why it's vanishing. I do not minimize it. I click away.
It's
still
alright.
white.
We will
Oh,
figure
I'm
it
no
out.
longer streaming it. No, I'm no longer streaming it. That's why.
Yeah, you're no longer streaming it, so I adjusted the videos. But,
There we go. Done.
okay, now I
That's
will
what-
adjust them again.
Ooh.
Any hoozle.
Oh, no, now mine's is in the thing. Yeah. Now hers is in mine, and mine is nowhere.
Don't worry. Tech is fun. Everybody's back where they belong.
Yay!
But yeah. Ooh, sorry, I'm dying. There we go. Could I jump the gap? I can't physically move myself over, so I think I need you to jump the gap for me.
You may try with an acrobatics check.
Shouldn't I be able to with the standard jumping rules? I have a strength score of 10.
Okay, yeah, I will let you then if you have a strength score of 10 and that's in the standard rules as written. Go ahead and jump.
I can explain the rule if it helps. The rule says with a 10-foot run-up, I can jump a distance in feet equal to my strength score.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's definitely a gap of probably about 5 or 6 feet, so yeah, you can clear it.
Okay, great. I will attempt to open the door.
You do, because you have data access. You understand when you open it that that's only supposed to be accessed by service members and staff. It's probably a wait entrance. But you open it and see Suave on the other side.
See, there's also one of the creatures which Nareth will ignore because Nareth doesn't particularly desire to kill it, but we'll walk over to Suave.
Earth, is there anything interesting on the other side of the door that we should be joining you for?
I think it's just a shorter way
Hello
to
there.
meet up with Suave again. Hello again, Suave. Yes, I think you don't have to make the jump if you're not able to. You can probably just loop all the way around.
Suave, while you were making your travel up here, did you
Yeah.
attempt to hack any of the three game tables below?
If I saw the thwirl first, I would try and kill it, but after that, yes.
Okay, you do see the thwirl. It is eating, and let me roll a perception check for it to see if it sees you. Nope, it's eating.
Fuck it. 24!
Oh, yep. Roll damage. Oh, it's dead.
Fight!
It's so very dead.
Fucking thwirls. Right.
Explosion of fluff and puff and blood and guts, just purple fluid everywhere. Pew!
Actually, Narat, I'm glad to see you. You're alright with the techie stuff, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Figure you can help me break into these for some extra credits.
I mean, I scavenging supplies to try and save any survivors makes more sense than taking credits.
Well, who else is gonna fucking use them?
You see piles of credits, Suave, abandoned in the middle of tables, and as somebody who knows the value of a credit, because you've been short a time or two, you understand that the types of people that usually would be aboard this ship, you don't imagine would just leave piles of credits if everything was okay.
Yeah, it seems whatever the fuck happened, people left in a hurry. There's a whole bunch of really fancy abandoned drinks and, too many credits for it to just be a coincidence. So, obviously they've all fucked off somewhere, or they're dead. So who else is gonna use them? We might as well. Waste not, want not, huh?
I'll try one, but if it starts getting angry at us, then I'm just worried about the security system. I'd like to try hacking into
You're
it.
fine, you're fine. Oh, hi there, Laura.
So the tables with 3, you just see some loose credits sitting there, and you can roll. Let's see, 2. Who's going to check them?
I will, definitely.
Suave will.
I don't care.
Give me investigation, Suave.
Ooh, okay.
As I come up on them, as they're attempting to crime, I will ask them. I will ask them. I've walked the perimeter. It seems like a perimeter. I don't see any other spaces to go to. This isn't useful.
Suave, on that first
Yeah.
table, you find 5 credits, then 3, then 5, then 8. It's for a total of 21, just haphazardly laying around without even hacking.
Wow. Nice. That's enough for, like, what, 3 loaves of bread? Probably.
21 bullets.
Or 21 bullets.
All right, so we are hacking. Who's hacking and who's helping?
I am going to help Nareth.
All
I will
right.
hack, I suppose.
So whoever wants to hack has to try and climb into the middle of the terminal where a dealer would normally stand and sync up their USB or their datapad via USB with the dealer port and try and hack in.
Okay, I mean, it's a jump that I can make, so I would jump onto the table and sort of lean over.
Yep, you can do that. And we see Nereth reach down and attempt the hack. Go ahead and give me your roll. And is anybody helping? Suave, you said you were?
Yeah, if I can.
Yeah, I'll allow it. So go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay, I roll with advantage. I rolled a total of 17.
Okay. You are able to hack 93 credits out of there.
Oh, dang. I guess Nareth would sort of look at the credits and then just sort of hand them over to Suave.
They are transferred instantly right into your datapad.
Oh, okay. So
The
I will
manual
add-
ones that you have, they're like little golden tickets is what they look like, but they're not made of actual gold. You have to take them to an ATM and sync up your datapad and input them manually. Usually parents give them to kids to play with.
Nareth! Brilliant! How much you get?
Like it was 93.
No. Ooh, alright, serious money. Finally.
You may try
Right.
the other tables as well.
Yeah, do you want to do another one?
I suppose.
Come on, why not? Let's go do another one. You're good at this.
Sure, why not? And she will attempt to. I can't drag her, but she will attempt to go to the next one.
Suave helps Nereth down off of the table very carefully so she doesn't fall in any pipes or holes or, accidentally step on any of the buttons to activate the game or piss it off. You've done very well so far at not alerting anything. Nothing's mad at you, so you climb onto the next table and attempt to do the same. So roll again for me.
Okay. I rolled the same number.
No shit, you rolled a 17.
I rolled a 17 again.
All right, you rolled a 17 again, and there's no way in hell that you got 93 again. You got 93 again.
Okay, and then the last one.
Fucking chances.
I have.
Nareth! You've won all so far. Come on, let's do the last one, shall we?
Alright, one more, I suppose. Can't hurt too much.
Third time's a charm.
This last table's the easiest one to climb on, as the floor here is actually still solid. So you just feeling confident, climb right up on there and hack on in. Give me a roll.
Alright.
Please 17 again, please.
No, I didn't get quite so well, but I did get, it was 8 plus 5, so 13.
Oh no.
Oh. I don't like that sound, GM. What are those noises?
So Jane and Loricus, what are you doing over in the weapons hangar?
Nothing, just nothing.
Well, so I walked around, and then I walked all the way back, and Roicus couldn't find Jane at first, and then found Jane staring at the guns, and is like, "Do you like weapons?"
So I don't know. So all Rothians are trained to fight. I mean, we have to. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? We're here to war. I know that, but I don't know. I just kind of. Everyone else seems to know how to do these adventure things, and I'm new. I just kind of. I get all confused, but also I don't really. I don't know. I'm afraid of everything, to be quite honest.
Okay.
Also, I think I'm allergic to Ameboids because my nose is running.
Oh.
As you're conversing, you hear the familiar sound of a door sliding open, and you see a panel moving in the wall beside one of the weapon vending machines, from which a droid emerges.
Oh!
Beeping and booping, it starts coming at you,
Oh.
but doesn't seem to recognize you as it pushes right past you and goes out the door.
Good eye.
Oh, what was that?
Right.
That was a thing. I don't. It didn't seem to bother us. So
Is it going towards the others?
Probably some sort of security thing, considering that we weren't quite so lucky with this one, but still, how many credits did we get? Like 186?
Sure, we can hear you guys from our location.
Suave, you see that door open, and from it emerges a blaring security droid.
Oh, it's coming towards us. Oh, I see it now. Fair enough. Never mind.
Halt!
What you gonna fucking do about it, Paul? And I'll just throw my pistol out at him.
Nareth tries to deactivate it using the security panel on her datapad.
Okay, Nareth, in order to try and do that, you would have to physically hook into it, or are you trying to... Well, are you trying to Okay, roll me data. We'll see if you can do it without physically hooking in.
Okay. Data. Ouch. 7.
Suave, you threw a gun at it?
No, I'm like holding my gun out at it. I'm
Oh.
like threatening to fire.
Threat
Throw
detected.
my-
Cease and desist. The droid appears to be gearing up to fire back.
Yep, I want to fire first.
Okay, roll initiative.
Oh no, okay, I guess I'm rolling initiative too. I
no
roll.
combat encounter.
Okay.
Combat encounter.
Let me make
I rolled
one.
a dirty 20 for my initiative.
Oof, okay.
Finally get to use Suave's angry emote.
Choose an attribute to track.
While they're doing that, Maricus is going to ask Jane, as Jane is like uncertain about weapons, after the thing goes past. Like, okay, it didn't care about us. Jane, would you like armor instead, perhaps?
Oh, yeah? Where is it?
Alright, I found armor in a room this way, and I will follow me and I will show you. And so I'll take you over here as an alarm starts probably being audible.
Yes.
As we get there.
You hear the droid loudly saying, "Alert! Alert! Hostiles!" And you hear Suave shoot. But at the moment, for some reason, I can't get your initiatives to roll. Is there a way you can roll initiative?
You have to create. You have to create.
Yeah, I
Okay,
did.
there we go. There's my one.
There's yours. Okay.
Yay.
And Actually, Lorcas and Jane, I'll need you to roll initiative too, since we're now in battle.
Well,
Do you want me to roll digitally then? Because if it adds
you
it
go.
on physically, or
That would be excellent. Yes, please.
alright, I'll roll again for initiative. Where is the initiative button?
It's on your sheet, but I believe you can also click your character and do it. Caitlin, do you happen to know how to add an initiative for a combatant on Foundry?
I think it involves right-clicking on their counter in some description.
I thought so too. I know I've done it before, but I didn't plan on you. Always plan on you shooting shit.
Either that or you roll for them, and then you can manually edit it once it's in the initiative. But
Ah.
if you're talking about a creature,
Oh, there
if
it
you-
goes.
if you
Roll in
click-
PC.
Yeah, there you go.
Either way, I know where it goes, so that's fine. Toggle visibility. Anybody who is familiar with Foundry and might be viewing, any help would be appreciated. Sorry, first time DM problems. Security drone. Oh, there it is. Duh, Jacqueline. Okay, of course he sucks. Suave, you went ahead and fired first, so give me a shot.
Woohoo! And cause we're in combat. I have a pistol in either hand. What are the rules about how often I can attack per turn?
You can fire once from each pistol since you are a dual wielder.
Hell yeah. Also, so can
dual
I also?
wielding allows you to use your bonus action to use your offhand, I think, right?
Hell yeah. And
Yes.
I've already detracted the whatever damage it is for it being my offhand. So I also think I get sneak attack. Because there's other people within. Oh wait, no, not within 5 feet though. Never mind. Redact that.
Nope, no sneak attack, but you do get to attack with both.
Cool. First pistol. No.
First shot, pew! It actually shoots back into the room that Loricus is stepping into and hits the wall. Does not hit. That one
Yay.
hits. Roll damage.
Shit damage because it's my offhand, but okay.
But that's fine. You cause a couple of sparks to fly off of it, and it immediately swizzles over to you and looks at you angrily.
And then I am going to use my movement to go over here. There we go. Gonna go there.
All right. And now, that was your prepared action because you actually got in on it first. So now we're going to start combat for realsy, and it'll be Jane's turn. So let me... There you go. Jane,
Okay.
what you doing?
Over here, over here.
Move really quick, yeah. I have to go over
This
here. Alright. I'm gonna follow Lord.
Nope, wrong room, wrong room. Below me, below me. I'm trying to lead you into here.
Alright.
Yeah, this room, this room, this room, this room. There you go.
This one, okay. Yeah, we're in the armor room, right? That's where we're at?
You are, and you hear shots coming from the door that you didn't just enter, but the one on the far side of the room.
Did you hear that?
It's as though the robot might be angry.
Suave, it's your
yeah,
turn again. 6 seconds, that's your whole
Alright.
turn.
Gun!
Gun it is.
I roll to gun. Again.
Pew pew it.
I shall fill the chat with my gun.
That
Nope.
does not hit. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Pew
Oh,
pew!
no, gun. I failed to gun.
You are firing away, but it's quick and nimble and in the air floating, so it's a tiny target. And you're a little out of practice. That cryostasis just has your hands not firing right. Nareth, this bot is coming for you. You are the one that hacked, and it is mad. What do you do?
Okay. Let me see. Okay, would I be able to try and run up to deactivate? Because is its attention currently focused on Suave?
Yes, because Suave is firing at it. Its main attention is on defending, so you can try and get under it and utilize its wires and deactivate it. I'll allow that, yes.
I would like to. I can't physically move myself next to it because I'm technically in a wall, I think.
Oh, yes, you are. There you go.
Okay, so I run up to it, and I'd like to try and use the an action to try and deactivate it using my security clearance.
Ooh, okay. Using your security clearance, I'll let that lower the DC. So try and you're essentially hacking it. Give me a data check.
Natural 17 plus 5.
Okay.
So 22.
22. You see, the drone, like Suave, has two apparent lasers, one on each side, and the left one goes and powers down. It now only has one laser available to shoot on its turn.
Okay, great. So I've deactivated part of it.
You
That's
have.
fine. I will then back away from it to try and take a little bit of cover just in case it decides to get angry with me. It would get an attack of opportunity from me moving away if it wanted to take that.
It won't use its reaction to try and attack you because since you just hacked it, it's essentially not perceiving you at the moment. Its attention is still on Suave since you had a good, successful hack. So I'll let you back up from it without repercussion. And that'll be your turn.
Sure, okay.
Lorcas, you are standing in front of a fallen chandelier that was neglected to mention before, but in the armory room, and you've heard gunshots. Several.
Yeah. So I will move over that direction. I don't know if I'll get the whole way there. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so I'll get like close-ish enough to sort of peek through the door. Try and understand what the heck's happening. And I'll just kind of call out like, Suave? Nareth?
Little bit busy. Can you help? Maybe.
We triggered a robot of doom.
It didn't care about me.
Yeah, 'cause you didn't talk it, but still, can you fucking just? Did I give you a dagger earlier? Just fucking stab it.
I don't feel comfortable stabbing a metal
Fucking
machine.
stab it.
As you say that, Suave, the drone attempts to fire at you. And it rolls. God. There we go. New monitor situation.
The music stopped, by the way. I can't hear it.
Yes, it should change for you in just a moment.
I see.
Hopefully. $13 to hit you, Suave.
Ooh, let me check. No.
Alright, it fires at you, but hits just behind. It is going to use its movement to go over this. Stop! And it's trying to track you down. Jane, it's your turn. You see this bot is now chasing Suave.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. I'm gonna.
Where's Jane?
I went through. I'm watching. You guys, I'm in the same room as Nerith and Suave. I'm going to. It's pretty far from me, isn't it?
It does not seem to notice that you exist whatsoever.
I'm gonna run up on it and hit it, cause why not?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You are definitely larger than this bot, so you just run up and are you swinging a claw at it? Do you have a weapon? What you doing?
Do you want my knife? No.
No, that hits it. You just
Laser.
grab it. Oh yeah, that's right. You have the laser
Stay
claws.
away from my goddamn friend!
Roll damage. That hits.
We're friends.
Oof. Those laser claws dig into the one of the wings, keeping that droid aloft and send sparks flying. You definitely got a good dig on it, and it's not looking happy right now. Loricus, can you roll a perception check for me?
Yeah.
So I love the little glyph things that appear in the counters when it's their turn.
Okay.
Well,
Nope. Continuing on. Suave.
Okay, Foundry is being a dickhole and freezing, so if you could please go into my inventory and, for me, roll to gun with my 2 twin pistols.
And we roll to gun. Oh, Foundry. Clickety clackety. Suave will not slackety. Oh yeah, he hits it. He hits it once. He hits it once. Let's see what the damage is for that first one. It was your on hand. Alright. It's starting to look bad now. It's barely floating. Sputtering. Beeping.
Offhand, kill it.
Oh, I rolled both of your guns already. The offhand missed.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I also now going to move me backwards across the floor like 15 feet.
Sure. 5, 10, 15. How's that?
Oh, wait, do I get sneak attack because Jane was up in its grill?
Oh, yes, because she's within 5 feet. Is that
Yeah, that'll be in my features tab, yeah.
Okay. Is that an additional?
D6, I think.
Okay.
Oh, now it's working. You already rolled it, though.
There you go.
I do an extra 1. Yay! Sneak attack.
That extra 1 is enough to send it sputtering to the floor in a fizzle.
Yeah!
You fucking janky piece of shit. There you go. Alright. Well, Suave's just kind of gonna kiss both his pistols, be like, good work, lads. And then put them back in their respective holsters.
Jane's
it
gonna ask.
occurs to me that it would be a bad idea to be attacking security things.
Well, they attacked me first, so...
I don't know what a friend is, but that's what I've decided to use.
As you say that, Loricus, you see coming around the corner an additional security drone. It must have come from another room.
Oh, fuck.
Cease and desist. And it is targeting the first moving object it sees, which is you, Loricus.
I've put my hands up.
Oh, okay. Then
Like when it shows up, I put my hands up and like start to take steps back. I'm like, I'm not here for dealing with attack and security drones. This is a bad idea.
thank you for your compliance. Desist. Jane, you are standing in front of its dead companion. And Nareth, what do you do?
Duck down under the table, so it depends on if it would spot me.
Okay, so
I'm
it
not
is.
hiding per se, but I'm behind cover. At least that was the intention.
Okay. It's not looking at you then if you're hiding. It's looking at you, Jane, who it thinks, well, it.
I'm cowering, not hiding. I'm noticeable. I'm not like hidden by stealth, but I'm cowering.
So, hold on one second. So I'm looking at the area of effect for those dynamite sticks and stuff I got.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way in Foundry that I can measure that? Measure distance. Okay, I see it.
Oh, also, Lorcus, remember your emotionator.
Should still be on.
Oh yeah, it's on.
Yeah, but it's on a neutral expression
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
She's not an overly emotional person.
Oh, fair. Oh, stone cold. Wow.
There is emotion that comes through in her face or in her voice to an extent, but not really on her face. She doesn't show facial emotions except in more extreme situations. So yeah, she's just very calm face look of don't want to be a part of this.
To confirm I measured this right, Lorcus is like 7 feet away from this drone, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay, and it looks like the burst radius on Dynamite's 5 feet.
That drone is coming to you, so if you want to try and throw some dynamite at it and not hit Lurkus, I will allow that. I'll allow you to try that.
Let's go! Okay, how do I did that not roll it?
Okay.
Can
No,
you-
that's.
It just tells me what it does. Okay, so let me click on the 1d6. Right, no, throwing
Oh.
3d6 bludgeoning damage.
It has to make a save. A dexterity saving throw. Its dexterity is pretty damn standard, so. It fails. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, how do I gotta figure out how to do that. Okay, so it's the 3d6 I roll?
Oh, yeah. You see Jane light a stick of dynamite, huck it at this droid, and it explodes into shrapnel just everywhere, obliterated. Just
This is one of those
Boom!
glow stick ones, right?
yeah, it explodes in just green goo, kind of flies everywhere along with the wires, but that droid is gone as hell.
Oh, that was cool.
You
I'm
just
doing that in about 7,000 years. Woof.
Yeah, Loricus is like, what the hell?
Hey, gee!
We are nothing
What
if
the
not
fuck was that? That was fucking impressive. Good on you.
Suave, you hear whirs behind you. Stop.
Ah, fuck.
Yep. And
Fuck's sake.
let's roll.
Did we skip my turn? It looks like we may have done.
No, you actually had the two drones right ahead of you. Your turn will be next.
Nah, I see.
Skip my turn, though? Question mark?
No, you maybe. Did I?
Yeah, we just had Jane's turn. I haven't really.
Oh
done
no,
anything.
Jane was react. I asked Jane to react to the
Oh.
the droid because it was
Oh, right.
it was either going to
Right.
shoot her, but then she used her reaction, which I shouldn't actually have let her do. I should
I
have
see.
made her wait until her turn, but it's already done. So my apologies, but the droid will not fire then, and we'll go on to Nareth's turn. Are you still hiding under the table?
I would like to. I mean, I am, yes. But I would like to, as I can see that another drone has come. Nareth is going to try to access the security terminal and shut down the security alert.
Ooh, okay. Roll a data check for me. Since you've already interfaced with the security, I'll make it a lower check than it would usually be. Go ahead,
Okay.
I've got the DC written.
Oh, that's a cock dice I'm rerolling. And I got a total of 17. I rolled a 12. I
Suave,
can send
you
you a picture.
see that droid in front of you pause, and then blink, and then fall to the ground, inert. It's no longer attacking you.
Oh. No, I thought that you.
Yes. I was hoping to shut down the alert.
Early. Looks like you did. Champion. Thank you. Fucking droids.
Not a problem. DM,
Yes.
would I be able to... I know that one of the drones completely blew up, but I want to do two things if possible as we're seeing these sequences occur. Now that the drones are no longer attacking, could I scavenge just the entire corpse of this one drone that died?
Yes, you can absolutely do that. That one is banged up and battered. It took a lot from those laser claws from Jane. The other one is completely whole and intact. You've just shut it down.
Would I be able to reactivate the other security drone and have it follow me as like a mini robo-servant?
Maybe. You have to reprogram it, though.
Okay, I will take both drones and I will I will. How big are the drones, size-wise?
Bigger than a bread box. You would be able to maybe carry both of them in your arms at the same time, but only them. If you had one under each arm.
Could I use the rope in my sort of the rope and tape in my backpack to sort of like, because like you said, it's bigger than a bread box, and these backpacks can fit a fair bit into them.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to squeeze the intact one into my backpack and pretty much top off my backpack?
You could...
And then sort of strap the other one's corpse to the outside.
You could probably do it the other way a little easier, since the corpse one is a bit broken and the wires are flimsy and it's not all sturdy. You can kind of smash that into your backpack and it won't really do any more damage. It's already been done. And then if you just give a good heft of tape, you can keep the intact one attached to it.
Okay, I will do that.
Then you do that, and you will dedicate your time to studying them, but for the time being, you now have droid corpses that you're carrying, and you've attempted to hack into these gambling tables. What's next?
Hey. I'm just gonna... Nareth is sort of gonna turn to the rest of the group and say, did we want to... Did anyone get shot?
Speaking of shot, you never did get to tell Suavi about those guns.
Oh, yes, sorry, Suavi, you completely distracted me with the crime.
I do that sometimes.
So, I with those credits that I picked up, I've actually got about 332 credits, sitting in my account. But one thing that I would say is, and just for the sake of ease, DM, I'm going to put the credits that I have into my character sheet under probably my copper pieces or something, because...
Yeah, that's fine.
I put them in Electrum just because Electrum never gets fucking used.
Oh my god, you're right, Electrum. Oh my god.
I mean, it's all going to be credits, so you can calculate it however you like.
We started with 10 gold. Is that converted into credits as well?
No, you started with 0.
Okay, I'll wipe that. Nareth sort of turns and says, there are some weapons in a weapons locker that could be purchased.
I mean, you might be able to hack them, but you've seen what happens when hacking goes awry.
Yes, it could be hacked or purchased, depending. But I would say that if we wanted to have a look to see if there's anything that you can use, I'm not really a weapons person. I just thought I'd let you know.
Well, the only thing I can think of is if I could get myself any sort of better long-range weapon. I'm perfectly fine with my 2 pistols here. I've had them for many years now. I wouldn't be alive without them. But my carbon blaster, if there's anything better than that, I wouldn't mind having a look.
Do you want to go and have a look before you move on to the next region to try and find any further survivors?
Sure, although there is also an alcohol cellar to where would it be? Couple rooms over from this one. If anyone wants anything, grabs them. I've got a few bottles already. I think after this we all deserve a nice little celebration for surviving this piece of ass ship.
I would
I'm
like to comment that we don't seem to be looking for survivors so much as stuff to take, which is fine.
No,
I'm not morally against that.
I thought that was
I-
the whole reason why we were here, was to look for spare parts to fix our ship with.
We were looking for
We're,
survivors
we're
too.
looking
That
for
was the-
survivors because we got the message from them.
Ah, fuck right.
That's the reason I've been a little bit against this whole looting. I've been taking what has been potentially useful to help save any more survivors, not really trying to, you know.
Well, if we find anyone who has survived, we can give some shit back then. But still, alright then. Let's go have
It
a look at
appears
those
that the
weapons.
elevator would be the way to probably get to the space that they are at.
Let's look to get those weapons, just in case that the weaponry we can use is something that can potentially help us in any further encounters, maybe with any other security that perhaps is not as easily, well, easily is a strong word, but is less manageable through the security terminal. I feel
The
just
news
follow
is I
me.
have more dynamite.
That fucking explosives, careful with that, lass. Don't wanna blast a hole into the space and get sucked out sideways.
Damn good thing that she aimed for the middle of the hallway and not the wall.
Jane, this is, by the way, the room with the armor in it, if you were of interest.
Yes, you see that too, Jane and Suave. As you walk through that room, you see carbide vests and nano suits, all for the taking. Brand new, unworn. Folded neatly.
Do I see anything that would even fit my huge body?
You do, because this ship is specially designed to cater to all sorts of clientele. There is a Rothian-only section that will adapt to your form if you happen to want to change your equipment. Right now, I believe you have on nothing. So if you would like to have some equipment, you may.
Yeah, I'm going to. What is there? What do I have to choose from, or do I roll, or?
Nope,
How do you
no
want me
need to
push this?
roll. You will find here for sale, but no one's there to take your money, flight jackets, nanofiber vests. Those are for sale. Those are available, and you may have either. The flight jacket you wear on your shoulders like a breastplate. Functionally, it's 11 plus your dex for AC, and the nanofiber is also 11 plus your dex. So they work the same. It's just whichever.
I'll take the
you prefer.
nanofiber then. Grab one of
Okay.
those.
You got
I'll
it.
mention to Jane, there are also some books over there. I know that I don't know, I guess, if you like books in general, but you liked that one, so I figured I'd point them out.
Oh, thank you. What books do we even have over here? Are any of them listed, or are they in a different language or something?
They seem to be a lot of travel magazines, a lot of advertisements. Roll an investigation check for me.
Okay.
So a lot of the initial displays you see are for slightly retro, but once very popular celebrities who used to go around to planets and basically promote tourist trade. A lot of those travel and lifestyle magazines are in the shelf you're in front of. Where Loricus has more of a spell scroll nature. You get the hint that these were for maybe people who didn't want to dedicate years of study to get to play with magic a little bit. Nothing heavy hitting or incredibly serious, but still rare and not often found just sitting out in the open. Potentially useful, but nothing catches your eye as incredible and must have.
Gotcha. I will skip because I like math, not magic, I guess.
Okay.
You'd be surprised as how similar those two things can sometimes be.
Incredibly true in this world, especially. So, Suave, I take it that you have found the, yes. The weapon.
As we
I
make
have
this in
found
real
the
fast,
yes.
can I grab a couple of more spell scrolls?
Yeah.
From this other shelf? Like, I don't know, 5 or something. I don't know how many I can carry, but...
Yeah, you grab a D10 full, roll it, and that's the handful you get.
Awesome.
Am,
Okay.
am I able to because spell scrolls are something that I can use? Although Nareth isn't smart enough and isn't aware of her own magical abilities. Never mind.
Hmm.
Ignore me. Spell
That was
scrolls are
5.
You grab 5
Spell
spell scrolls, tuck them into your bag, and I'll DM you what they are after.
All right.
Suave, you go into the weapon room and you see several vending machines. You've seen these before. They're all over your home planet, practically on every street corner. Nothing super fancy is going to be in here except for the specialty machine. You know that these typically sorts of machines just manufacture the weapons right there out of technomagic material.
Well, well, well. This is certainly a haul. Right. Well, does Suavi see anything in terms of long-range weapons specifically?
You do. You see that there's a vending machine for typical blasters. There's one for martial blasters, so like the big, heavy super cannons. There's general melee that has knives, claws, guns. Martial that has a giant hammer and a comically large laser sword and battle fists. There's also stun gun available as well, and there's an ion cannon in the blasters that you think might be a nice upgrade.
Ion cannon. Now, is that a simple or a martial weapon?
It's a simple blaster, that ion cannon is.
What's the range on it?
Let me look. Somewhere I've written down the range. 30 over 90.
Ooh, no, not better range than my current weapon.
Not very ranged, no.
Might take an antimatter dagger if they have one, though.
They do.
Cool. I will take one.
Are you gonna buy it or are you gonna try and hack it?
I'm gonna try. Actually, Narad,
Yes.
you up for more hackster business again?
Are you going to do it anyway, even if I say no?
Yeah.
It's okay. I have more dynamite.
Oh,
Fucking she
no.
knows what's up. Yeah, either you hack it with me or she gets the dynamite. You can get to pick. Since you're so.
Alright,
I will leave
feel
you
like-
all here to your attempts at aggravating security bots.
We're not attempted, we're succeeding.
You know, I really feel like I'm being pushed into a corner here, but I suppose I have no choice. Very well. Off we go.
I mean, it's nice. It's nice if we're all, well defended. We never know what else is going to come up on this ship.
I'm not a warrior. I don't shoot things. I just.
Well, you
push
ought
buttons
to.
with a data
I've lived my
pad.
whole life shooting things, and let me tell you, I'm still alive.
I've lived my whole life not shooting things.
Well, even with advantage, I managed to roll 2 4s, so the total of that roll is 9.
I've thrown a lot of bodies into furnaces to help build warships in my youth, so yeah, it's not the same, is it? I'm
Your
not.
youth?
Oh, sorry.
How old? Oh no, that's an implied question, Swavi. Never mind.
Nareth, you get a very simple, not enough credits in account, and a red light.
Last. And what's the actual
Wait,
value of this
last,
weapon?
you need me to throw a dynamite yet? Is that what
No,
you
no.
Oh.
It is 100 credits for the antimatter dagger.
I have a spare dagger. I have 2 daggers. Here, I'll just give you one.
Oh, thank you. All right. You sure?
Sweetie. Sent.
Sweetie.
Oh, I can't give him an actual dagger. I deleted it from mine, but I can't give it. It said that it didn't give it to you. Double check your inventory, maybe.
I gave
Oh, it
him
did
one.
give it me. Yay,
Ah.
thank you.
I will fix that module off stream because it's about that time. Is there anything else in the weaponry room that you would like to fiddle with?
No, I think we're good. I think we should move on to the upstairs region. I'll move to the lift. Anyone else that feels ready can meet me there. I'm pretty much good to go.
All right. I might come with.
You see,
I'm gonna end up going upstairs without you guys because I think you're gonna just cause another security problem.
Suave walks right past that ATM and gets on the lift with everybody else.
Oh wait, no, wait. What, would I see it?
Yeah, it's in the lobby.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna nick anything that looks valuable then.
Nope, not
I'm
that lobby.
leaving.
The
Oh, which
one
one?
with the elevator. It doesn't have
Oh.
any lights on it, but this machine right here that's about to fall is an ATM that's like you can interface with, check your credit levels, etc.
Oh right, yeah,
How's
sure.
the fall?
I'm gonna. Can I steal from it?
Yeah, you can.
As I
Hell
see
yeah.
Swami begin to try and like do some more hacking and just shake my head and get into the elevator and push the up button.
Noricus shuts the door on you and leaves your ass behind, Suave.
Alright, fuck it. They can go off by themselves then. I'll rake it in myself.
Give me that data roll.
Data. Okay. $15.
Now's a good time for that.
Ooh. In what way?
You just got 186 credits out of that machine.
Wow! Fuck yeah!
Your compatriots are gone, and Jane has just watched you steal from the ATM. Are you gonna follow them upstairs?
Yeah, no I will. Everything's
Yes.
coming up suave.
I'm gonna follow Suave upstairs.
Nareth,
Huh.
what button do you choose, since you're the one who looked at the security room cameras and you're the one who might have the best idea of which floor is what? What floor do you choose?
What were the floor options again?
So you understand that you came from below deck, which was the engineering. Now you're on the slightly upper shopping. You see that there is a floor above you. The third floor, which is the hunting grounds, the second floor, which is the dining, and the first floor, which is labeled suites.
I think we should go straight to the first floor. We can skip we can come back and clear the rest later. We want to, because we saw someone in one of the suites, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's-
Okay. Well,
That's what we've been wanting to go to.
I just pressed number 1. Then we've geared ourselves up. We have no reason to wait anywhere else.
Then to the suites you go.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Boop-a-doop. There has to be a better way to pull everybody at once to a scene. We shall figure that out.
I do not own any too good fishing in this scene.
Nope, not yet, you don't. So there you go. You all
Wait.
arrive up on the top floor in a small corridor full of locked rooms and individual interactive panels.
Right. I'm guessing.
Gareth, do you remember which direction we need to go in order to get to that specific room?
As a matter of fact, Nareth, you understand that you are standing in front of the door that most likely contains the movement you saw across the chasm before you. Yes.
It's a 5-foot gap, right? So
Yep.
we can make with a running jump. I would like Nareth to jump over.
Gonna have to finagle just a little bit. Loraikas will have to get out of the way and you'll have to clear space, but with carefulness, yes, you can make that jump. And you land right over there.
It is locked. Oh, it is no longer locked. Nareth sort of runs in and sees if there's anyone inside, calling out.
You call out.
May I jump over?
You
We'll
may.
follow behind Nareth.
I'm keeping my pistols up.
I'm
Nareth, as you enter that room, you hear a groaning and a heavy thud
Hello?
against that door that was not open, sorry.
Nareth sort of rushes forward instinctively and then sort of stops at the door and looks back just to make sure that compatriots are following, and then opens the door.
Are you okay?
And roll initiative.
Oh, okay, we're being murdered. Okay.
Oh. Start encounter DM.
Yep. Hold on.
No, we need a combat encounter first. I'll wait.
Yep. There you go. Roll.
Wait. Oh, I got good initiative this time. Fuck.
Okay, Suave, you see this thing as they open the door, and roll a perception check for me.
Oh, alright.
It looks like a humanoid that has been hooked up to a vacuum cleaner that's been running for about 200 years.
Oh god.
It looks like there's
Actually,
no
fuck.
fluid between skin and bone anymore. It's just papery, leathery,
Everyone-
skin-like.
Everyone back the fuck up. Everyone back up.
Well, we have to wait on our turns, don't we?
Well, yeah, I'm warning you now so that when it is your turn and you can back the fuck up. I'm gonna shoot at it. Duh.
Alright, you shoot at it. Pew pew, Suave.
Fucking- Hey, 22.
That hits. Roll damage.
2.
Alright.
Offhand.
Give me your offhand.
No. This got really shitty, see.
No, sorry.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna use my. I'm gonna move past Jane backwards.
Yeah, you can do
Keeping
that.
the
You can
sights
move through
honed on it.
allies.
I'm just gonna like push myself up against the back wall as far as I can while still keeping my eye on it, and that will be my turn.
Okay, that is your turn. It's its turn next, and it tries to come through that now opened door and throws itself at the first thing it sees, which is you, Loricus.
This is bad.
Probably not. Does a 15 hit you?
Of course that is gonna hit me. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no! Please don't get diseased.
I wear nothing.
Oh, come on. It hits you with its own body, just trying to bludgeon and grasp at whatever it can. It reaches for your hair, for your clothes, ambling at you, and hits you for 1 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Alright. I can deal with that, that's fine.
Nareth, it is your turn.
Attacking us, it seems wild and possibly even animalistic, so Nareth is gonna start recoiling. She is going to move 5, 10, and with a mildly clear shot is going to fire. I don't understand how to fire a phaser into the. 1 second, let me have a look. Oh, there we go. So I'm rolling that. I will roll physically, just because I like my dice. The physical roll is a d20 plus 4, which I rolled a natural 17, so 21. I presume that hits.
Oh, yes, it does.
Great.
21
And
definitely
with-
hits.
Excellent. And then with a phaser, it just does 2d4 radiant damage. So I will roll 2d4. It's clock 2d4. And here we are. I rolled a total of 4 damage.
Alright.
4 radiant.
You smack it for 4 radiant damage, and it just keeps groaning at you. Is
Okay.
that your turn?
That is my turn over.
Jane. This thing is pawing at Lorcus.
Yeah, Jane's gonna run up. And we're gonna, no, hold on, let me open my thing. Just I guess a regular attack. Where is that? I was clicking here.
That hits.
She runs up. She goes to hit it because she's like, no, not again. Instinctually, just wants to hit things. Oh, 2 again. Cool.
You hit it. You smack it. Is that your turn?
I don't think I have moves or anything left, right?
Nope, you've used action. Do you have any bonus action you want to use?
No, I'm good for now.
That's okay. All right, Loraikas, it's your turn.
Lorikas speaks a Gith word and kind of just very reflexively at being like assaulted by this thing, exerts the sort of psychic capacity she has, and casts a spell of Mind Sliver at this. So it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, it's not good at those.
I don't know how to like roll this into the chat.
If you click on your spell book.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, so DC 13 intelligence save.
Oh,
It fucking passed.
he passes.
So I will pull away with my movement, try to get away from it, and yeah, I don't like this. Just sort of get away.
He
I'm
will
done.
try and take an attack of opportunity on you because
No!
he's trying to
Don't
hit
let me!
you. He's trying to get you. 15.
Yeah, that's gonna hit again.
Oh, okay. You're gonna take a d4. He paws at you for 1 more damage.
Okay, well, those temporary hit points are keeping me okay. So as it's like cutting and scratching at me, it like puts a cut in like her arm, which then just sort of like seals itself right back up again as the like nail passes through. It like leaves a red mark that just kind of zippers right back closed, as she has these temporary hit points on her and is still okay.
Excellent. Beautifully done. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn. I have no bonus action things at this point.
Yeah, I know. Level 1. Suave.
Well, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to try and shoot at something when your pals are in the way. So I'm gonna move a little bit so that I'm not directly shooting Jane in the back of the fucking head.
Yep, you can definitely move and get a better line of sight. It's a tiny bathroom, but you know.
And roll to gun again.
Roll to gun.
Too many for the on hand.
Oh yeah, that hits. Let's get some damage.
7 damage.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
15 for the offhand.
That hits.
5.
Very nice. This thing is starting to look somehow worse off.
Somehow. Okay, cool. I will use my last bit of movement to move out of Laura's way behind her, and then gun.
You do it indeed. And this thing, now that Laura has gotten away, it focuses its attention on you, Jane. It tries to give you a very angry hug. For 17 to
no.
hit.
17 hit? Oh gosh. Okay. Well, okay.
You got that new armor. I don't know how much that'll help.
No.
Aw, unfortunately, your laser claws won't be of any help right now. You can use them on your turn. But right now, Jane is going to take 2 bludgeoning damage from the Angie boy pawing at her.
He grunts.
Poor Jane. And that's the end of his turn. Nereth, Jane is just getting pawed at by this husk of a
Hey,
humanoid.
well, Nareth is not a combat-ready woman. What she's gonna do... Just decent strength score. She... It's the words in my brain do not speak well. Yeah, no, she's just gonna have to step here. She fires again with the phaser, so I rolled a hit.
Alright.
I rolled a 12.
Attacker wins on that, so yeah, you hit.
Okay, great. And then I rolled 2d8 damage. I rolled another 4 because that's basically the average damage on this thing. As a note, if it goes down from my phaser, it is non-lethally struck.
Okay.
But I assume it's not going down, but I did 4 radiant damage, at which point Nareth is going to back away a bit. And then end her turn.
Jane, you notice that as it's trying to attack you, it doesn't seem to be going for any particular part of you specifically. It's just grabbing and reaching in a frenzied confusion, and you can't really tell if it's trying or not to hurt you because it's just pulling and pawing at you. But as Nareth hits it, you can feel it get weaker, but it's still trying to paw at you. Is that the end of your turn, Nareth?
Yes, that is the end of my turn. Sorry, yes, I
That's okay.
should be fine.
Then that means, Jane, it is your turn. Now you can use your laser claws if you want.
Here we go.
Give me that attack. That hits. You
Okay.
strike out with your laser claws, crackling with energy from each fingertip.
And I'm going to...
And you cut deep right across its face, leaving shears. It looks like you've sliced into bone and cauterized it, and it's almost charred as this thing barely holds on to its life. It's in bad shape now. Is that your turn?
I'm gonna back away from it a little smidgen bit. Maybe try to.
Okay, it's gonna get an attack of opportunity on you since you backed up.
That's okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So it's gonna try and grab you to keep you from going away. For a 16. Jesus.
Great.
Why does this thing keep rolling so well? So it doesn't manage to keep you there, but it does do... Ooh. It
Jane is
grab-
not doing too great.
It grabs your wrist and really hangs on, leaving you with an ache as you pull away from it. Lorikis, it is your turn.
Okay. Now that Lorikis has sort of backed up and recomposed herself from the surprise of this thing bolting at her through the door, she's paying attention. Does this thing look like a creature she might be familiar with? Like
Roll,
a certain creature type she might know about?
roll nature for me.
Nature.
Oh, wow.
I apparently know this thing!
You know this because of where you've been, actually, because you've seen what causes this, and you know that this is an unfortunate humanoid that was exposed for too long to the void, and sometimes, instead of just mercifully killing a humanoid, a void will leave them with enough of their soul to keep them animated and resembling life as you see before you, but not truly alive. But this is what happens to a creature that becomes exposed without a spaceship to protect them from the outside space. It might have been a Gith, it may very well have been an elf, maybe even just a human. It's a humanoid type creature at one time, but now the void has left it with nothing but the bones of what it once was.
And these are This isn't a recoverable state. This
No.
isn't something you can be brought back from. Okay.
At this point, this is called a husk, and it's basically just the remnants of somebody that the void has already taken.
Then, with that understanding, Loroikes is going to kind of give a small sad bow as she speaks another Gith word and kind of circles her hands around each other and like spreads them outward in front of her, and there are some sort of fractal looking flower shapes that move forward from her hand and touch onto the other creature, and I'm going to try to cast Toll the Dead. It needs to do a DC 13 Wisdom save.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
It fails
that's
so hard.
Going to fail. So then that'll be 14 points of damage. That is not correct. Why did it roll it that way? It's just supposed to roll 1d12. Hold on. I'll just roll it manually.
Oh, no, it's uninjured if injured, so if uninjured it only gets 2 damage, but you get max damage because it's injured, so you got 12 damage. So you see, as Loroikes casts this spell, as the fractal flower reaches the husk, it encapsulates it entirely, and gently the husk falls to the floor, bedded by the fractals, and stops moving.
The flower, as it wraps around and these fractal like petals sort of encase it, they then wilt, and that wilting embeds itself into the flesh of the creature as it takes its damage, and that wilting is sort of where it sort of collapses itself down.
And we're left with this creature collapsing in on itself, lying somehow deader than it was before, amidst what might be the last vestige of life on this ship, in this space? You're not sure, but you might find out if you explore more next time on the Velocity of Ping. Thank you
No.
so very much.
Stinger? Can I get a stinger, like a leading line? Just a stinger of as like second. There's a second where it dies, and Loroikes sort of turns to everybody and goes,
Go ahead.
"The ship may have been here for much longer before us, actually, as that is not a good sign. We might be in a lot of trouble."
More than you even could know. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us today. I have been Ameboid, your GM, and if we don't mind doing some quick outros, we've got Jane, aka getting stabbed.
I'm here. I'm dying. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes streamer, sometimes not. Computer programmer and nerd. That's about it. You can call me Cassandra or Stabby or Stabbers. Doesn't matter.
The fantastic Loroikes, aka Evie Story.
Yes, you can find me as Evie Story on Twitch, Twitter, and technically TikTok. I am kind of a content creator when I am content creating. You know how that works.
I do.
And so I'm trying to kind of make some effort to do that. Otherwise, I mean, I do nerdy stuff in those spaces sometimes when I am just sporadic, so it'd be nice to get a follow. It helps encourage me to do more. But yeah, thanks for watching. This has been great. And thank you for running this. This has been awesome.
It is my absolute pleasure to run for you wonderful individuals. Nerith, aka Saints Hills 781.
Yes, hi. I'm Hills. I go by Saint Hills on a lot of online stuff. I'm not super active. Most online things. I actually am probably gonna post my Reddit at some point, or like in form of my Reddit at some point, because I do post like D&D homebrew stuff every so often. So I might look into making that a thing. But like otherwise, I'm really not that online involved. But there's some online details on screen. But it's a pleasure to be here. I won't be available next week, so actually Narath is probably gonna weep in a toilet somewhere after seeing something get horribly beat
Oh!
But other than that, it's been a pleasure to be here, and it's been great fun.
Thank you so much. And last but not least, Suave, aka Katie Belty.
Yay, I'm Katie Beldy online. I'm also Caitlin in real life. I can't make any credit for the maps, that's mostly Jem who puts those together, but more or less everything else you have seen and heard this evening has been of my doing, the character art and the overlay and the music you're hearing. I will be publishing the full current soundtrack as it is on my YouTube channel not too long after the game, which is at Katie Beldy Music. Please subscribe. That's about it.
Like, subscribe, give us your souls, all that good stuff. And
Hell yeah.
yeah, you can find me on Twitter, I guess, at I'm Void Egg if you want. I just post a bunch of personal garbage. You're probably going to be happier following Triple T RPGs on Twitter, because that's where we're putting all of the information about our tabletop games, when and if we schedule more as time goes on, which is hopeful. But right now, we want to thank you for being here, and thank you for growing with us as we learn how to use all of this and go on our first adventure here with the Velocity of Ping. It has been my absolute pleasure, and I cannot wait to see you all again next week. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.